Oh, I want to start with the Maryanne one first.
You would want to start with Maryanne. Shadow, bro. What's happening with
No,
you,
it's an AI video of
baby?
Maryanne.
Huh?
It's an AI video of Maryanne.
You talking about this one? I could have sworn I
Yeah.
got the ringer on. This the right one?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay. Let me grab my headphones real quick.
All right. Yeah, I can't believe he got that one too. That was crazy. Sorry, y'all. Around my brother. Perfect. Thank you. We're all set. Oh, I start a job on Monday. If you can hear me.
I'm back. I said I
Yeah,
was stepping away from.
you can fold it.
Huh?
Yeah. I was talking to my brother about this dog cage that my mom got that I need to get for my dog. But
Oh, it's collapsible.
what was I gonna say? I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say.
I don't know.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought. God damn.
Heard about it and like I clicked on it, but then I was like, man, I listened
Mhm.
about 15 seconds. It was alright. But Ti
No,
too old.
this video is called Boot on the Ground.
Lord have
She making
mercy.
moves. Yo, somebody definitely been watching us because we the only ones that definitely been highlighting that. Boot on the ground. I'm making move. I'm making move. And I was like, yo, I saw that shit. I mean, I said I'm the one who said that shit. Shadow, Mr. Judge, Nia, Chris, um, Saint Sinner, Trey, Francesca.
Hey, everybody.
Bro, we've been cracking up. My brother said, how do you argue with somebody like that without laughing? But we've been laughing the entire time.
It takes a whole lot of patience. Nobody trying to argue with no. Don't argue with crazy people. It never leads. It never goes well.
Of I Make Move, inspired by Maryanne Lorient. If you enjoy this song, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the Venmo. Gifts, gifts, gifts. Donation, donation, donation. But don't send no check.
Just V.
But don't send no check. You know why don't send no check? You muted, bro.
Yeah. No, what? Don't say. What'd you say?
You know why don't send no check?
No, why?
Because his bank account's been shut down for like over a decade.
Well, he claims he's in a
But that
black home.
that's what he always used to say. Gifts, gifts, gifts,
He's saying
donation.
that now.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he say don't send no check.
Umar, you're going down, cause I got boot to ground.
Afro punk.
Umar, you're going down, cause I got boot to ground. I make moves, I make moves. Family hear the sound of my boot to the ground. Listen, listen. Headquarter Bishop, they know the truth. Bishop, headquarter Bishop, they know the truth. Oh, you're going down, 'cause I got boot to ground. Oh my, you're going down, 'cause I got boot to ground. Everybody asking about check, the Lord has check. Why take ill, but I'm not yet. Everybody asking about check, the Lord has check. I thought we cool. I wanna know where the school. I make move. Family, oh family. I make move. I make move.
Creepy Fred. DJ. I didn't even see it fell off the screen. Ace down. It's been the same foolishness for days. Ain't been no.
Whoever made that is hilarious.
That is the whole purpose. Lord, and why is followed up by Purple Rain?
Welcome
The
to
movie, not the
Sweet
least.
D.
And as soon as she see you, she just started going off. It don't make no kind of sense, right? He's still alive. So not this one either, bro. Remy. Let me go with this. KKC still alive.
No federal investigation. That's a lie.
Okay.
Struggle stream of lies. And the people putting it out there are not supporters at all.
A letter from the attorney as representing on the party of 40 will be sent to him to show good faith that we're willing to sit down and to give him a chance to give an explanation to why the school hasn't been open.
And the next thing you know, they trying to sell the school without any notice. I think they did it because of my personal political views. Yo, these was times where I had my gun in my hand like, yo, I should go blow his mother effing brains out, man. That's the people's money you just stole.
Are you ignoring the fact, though, that genuinely some of your supporters, doubt has crept in because of the timeline of the school?
The Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars,
thank you, real
so
man.
I can take care of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back.
And they started to help me.
Like
and as soon as they started to help me, Apple Pay debanked me. No, I still don't have a reason.
To this
and guess
day.
what? They said they didn't have to supply one.
Do you think when you came out and done that, that affected your cultural equity at all? Do you think your rhetoric and what you've done over the last 16 years, do you get away debt free with that? Do you think white supremacy allows Dr. Umar?
No, they're watching. School we building ain't never been built in this country before. This is the first school in American history, independent, African-centered school, financed with donations from African people.
If that's the case, what is a HBCU? Historically Black college or university? Historically Black. It don't get no more Afrocentric than that. I cannot with Umar. The finishing schools, the K through 12. Excuse me. That pill stuck in my throat.
On every single continent in the world.
And if you ain't talking no dough, then I ain't interested. Look, they say the sky's the limit, I'm going farther than that. She keep blowing on my phone, so I called her mama, come get your daughter back. They just want a little bit of fame, get them boys.
You ever had a jail cap stuck in your throat? You think you be fucking dying, man?
Little one eye, bust your brain, better get a hard hat. They say the sky's the limit.
And we just got this letter from the higher ups saying that
higher ups,
we can no longer host your account, that we have the right to choose who we can and cannot.
Wait a minute.
My bad, y'all. I had to fix the kids for food.
Okay.
What I miss? I do remember him. I do remember him saying in the beginning of the video, him saying that there was no investigation. But how would he know? And then later on, he says, "I know they're watching me." Isn't that an investigation?
We ain't got to that part yet, bruh.
Oh, my bad. I
told you your story.
Oh, all right.
Explain to the audience a little bit. Explain to the audience a little bit what happened, your response to it, and where it stands now.
Well, we got debanked, but the bank kept giving us the runaround. First, they said we just looking into your account. I guess they wanted to see if I was mismanaging money. I'm assuming the struggle streamers contacted the bank and accused me of fraudulent behavior as they've done in the past. First, they said we was looking into your account, but you're not going to be debanked, right? And then the next thing you know, I get a letter in the mail saying I'm debanked. So I call them. I say, y'all told me y'all just looking into the account. Yeah, well, we didn't know. We thought they was. And we just got this letter from the higher ups saying that we can no longer host your account, that we have the right to choose who we can and cannot. But then Donald Trump, or was it Joe Biden? It might have been Trump who signed this law that says banks cannot just debank you because they don't like you. You follow what I'm saying? But we were a black bank now, so I'm gonna let it be. But I think I did have grounds to sue because I think they did it because of my personal political views.
KKC brought up a great point. How come none of us have experienced this type of treatment at the bank, except for him and Maryanne?
Have you ever heard anybody ever say, "Man, I've been debanked"?
Never.
Ever.
Well, no. We did hear Farrell say that, but they told him straight up.
Anybody legitimate?
Yeah, but they told him straight up. Listen, the difference between him and Farrell, they called him and told him, we ain't fucking with you no more. Come get your check.
Didn't hear that word.
Come get your check and move on. According to Umar, is your account shut down. Blah, 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 blah.
Hold on, wait. We gonna kill this real quick. Debank is not a word like that. Debank is a business. Your go-to portfolio tracker for Ethereum, a comprehensive system to measure the authenticity, activity, and value of Web3 users. So it's one of those virtual places that verify your income.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bank. And it's not a process that a bank uses. A bank isn't going to tell you, I'm sorry, you're debanked. They're not going to tell you that. What they're going to tell you is, we're closing down your account. We will cut a check for your remaining funds, but you can't bank here anymore.
That's a fact.
What he
Or
said?
the feds is, well, my brother said, or the feds is after
Well,
you.
one thing they are never going to do is say you're debanked. That's not a thing.
Right. Yeah, I ain't never heard of debank before until,
It does not exist.
but I do
Debanking does
know,
not exist. They'll shut your bank
right,
account down.
right. But I do know if they don't want to fuck with you no more, they going, you getting the
They
text
will
message,
shut your
a
bank account
voicemail,
down.
right? And then, but they're going to get you going to get a text message, a voicemail, and a phone call, and they're going to tell you, look, we don't want to bank with you
Right,
for
Mr.
whatever
Judge.
reason.
They want
We
to
have a
act like
check for
this
the
is
amount.
2026.
Right, but they're going to tell you that we have a check for the amount that you deposited that equals to what was in the account. You have a certain amount to come pick it up. You have a certain amount of time to come pick that up. The white one. You go ahead. Just
Mm-hmm.
You follow what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes, yeah.
So, and I was with that bank since I was in my first summer job at 14 years old.
You
It just goes to show
man.
white folks don't care nothing about you. You feel me? So we got debanked. While we're debanked, the city of Wilmington tries to sell
Yeah, we're
school.
gonna get to that. I want to deal with the bank side 1st because, like you said, you were debanked. Some of the reports came out, and a lot of the content creators were reacting because, for the first time in your career, you asked for personal donations.
Yeah, because I was debanked too. In other words, while we was the bank, we couldn't access no money. So my personal
According to
account
the
is
AI
froze,
John
and the
Doe.
school's account is froze. And I didn't know how long they was going to be froze.
Did they give you a reason?
No, I still don't have a reason.
They'll give you a reason in
don't
that filing
nobody
letter.
go back a couple seconds, sis. Just put the camera on him. Don't nobody see these bald spots in this nigga beard,
He just looked
bro.
bunny. He looked
I've
like he ain't
seen
combed his hair in
no,
forever. That's
bro.
just one big
I've
dread.
seen and I've known crackheads. That shit sticks to your beard and it peels it away. The crack fumes I kept talking about, it sticks to your beard. I've seen
Yeah,
niggas with
I
bald
did
spots
too.
all around their face from smoking the shit every single day. And it sticks to you, the residue from the smoke sticks to your beard. I learned this from somebody that does this every day. And I kept asking him, like, bro, why every time I see you, you got a bigger bald spot? He's like, oh man, that's the fumes from my pipe, man. That just stick to my beard.
They shut your
And I'm
shit down.
seeing it.
But Umar shit been shut down for years. That FDMG bank and because his EIN is invalid. If you don't have an EIN, you can't set up a bank account for a business.
That's true. And I heard he only even got his business license. We got 62 people in the chat, 22 likes. That's 40 people in here ain't hitting that like button. Y'all better hit that like button
And I didn't know
support
how
the
long they
channel.
was going to be froze.
Did they give you a reason?
I gotta get a mouse because this pad is killing me.
Yeah, I hate when I was on that laptop the other day, I hated it. Second, this YouTube Chuck kept coming, I'm going straight to go get me a mouse.
Dee.
Oh yeah, did you hear
No,
my
I still
announcement?
don't have a.
I start work on Monday.
What?
It's temporary for right now, but if I do good for these couple weeks, I'll do the job.
Yeah, that's good. You usually do good, so it shouldn't be no problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
To this day.
There ain't never no problem, but you know that's what it is right now.
The school
What? They said they didn't have to supply one. Yes.
Wow. So you're debanked, and all of a sudden, I see
And the money froze with no promise of when it's going to be released. They gave me a date, right? And then that date came.
So that don't sound like, if debanking is a word, that don't sound like debanking. That don't sound like a bank account being shut down. That sounds like a bank account being frozen for fraudulent activities. I just ain't with him.
And I still ain't got my money. So I'm calling around the lawyers and everything. And the one lawyer, like, it's hard to get your money back from these banks. I said, what? He said, yeah, them
it
banks.
Ain't hard to put it in there.
Yeah, but he was telling me, like, with them banks, you got to be careful. He said he heard of banks who held people money for years, bro. You got to be careful with these banks, man. Yeah. He said the rules around finance give them a lot of leeway, bro.
I bet.
They can straight have you could be a multi-millionaire and be broke as shit messing with these banks, bro. Yes.
So
the only way they take your money like that is if they think it's fraudulent activities.
That's a fact. They're not just doing first. But listen how the story switched though. Like you notice, Lene is out the picture. First, you try to say Lene might have been the one who went up in your account, or Lennon. You can't come up with no proof of that. So you blame it on the bank. The blame has shifted from these two individuals who at the time were your biggest protesters to now that you can't come up with no evidence of them doing it, it's the bank's fault. You feel me? Listen, and I want to thank y'all for the congrats on me getting my job. Only problem is I ain't got no gas to get there, so help the stream go. Hit the cash app or PayPal. But yeah, he trying like to shift the blame. This all I heard the whole entire interview, and this is what I want to highlight. This interview, I guarantee you, you're going to hear him shift the blame around at least 4 or 5 times, never taking accountability for anything.
That's what Big Funky good at.
That's a fact. You go ahead, play.
You're debanked. Did you receive a letter? Did you go try to access your account?
What happened was I had this. I think I was sending my cousin like $50, and it said 0 balance. That's what did it. I called the bank. Why is my thing? Oh, your accounts are not accessible right now. For what?
If your account was shut down, you wouldn't be able to log in and see even a 0 balance. It would tell you your account being shut down. Frozen for financial fraud sounds more likely.
We're currently reviewing them. For what? I don't know. Only central office.
Yeah, they're told not to say nothing. Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
So I was in limbo.
Damn. So, and you know what? It's interesting because when that happened, of course, a serious.
Like my brother said, the only way your bank account gonna get shut down like that is if the Feds is watching. And then, like I said in this video, he says there is no investigation. Then he says, I know they're watching it. So who the fuck knows at this point right now?
That bank account got shut down for financial fraud. They don't keep your money for no reason.
But when a bank is investigating that, isn't that a federal case?
Yeah, that would be bank over a certain amount is considered federal. Yes.
Right. So
if that's the case, he wouldn't have got a letter saying he was debanked. He would have got a letter saying his account's been frozen for financial fraud and for potential financial fraud, and they're investigating the matter, and an outcome will be reached in such and such many days.
Yeah. Right.
I'm starting multiple times to verify where the income came from and all kind of stuff.
As far as we know, there is no proof of a federal investigation, but the way everybody keep talking, it seems
But
like there might be.
everybody keep forgetting the IRS has its own arm of enforcement. Hey, Max.
Max, what's up?
So
That's
it
true.
wouldn't necessarily be the feds, it would be the IRS. And if they ain't ready to say shit, they ain't ready to say shit. But like I said, the crux of the matter is if they ask you a question and you deflecting with something else, he lying. He got to tell this long ass convoluted story about how his bank account's been debanked. When in all actuality, that ain't probably what happened.
Of events happen, but I just want to deal with the bank part because do you think when you came out and done that affected your cultural equity at all? When you said
Why?
that because people weaponize that. We're not gonna act like
they
people
weaponize everything I do. They weaponize what I eat, what I wear.
Yeah, but this time it led into some of the narratives they've been trying to make. It was bad time. It didn't bother you at all.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Like, in order to understand me,
Pause.
the one thing people have to understand is
It definitely bothers you by the way you scratching your beard. That's a tick.
Look at how his eyes shifting though when he started.
Right. Right.
Watch.
That's what I'm saying. It
and
definitely
I'm gonna tell
bothers
you
me.
why. Like,
Look at his eyes.
in order to understand me, the one thing people have to understand is I believe I was born to
Right.
do what I'm doing.
Scamming. See that?
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
he was
That's a
born to
tick.
do what he's doing.
His eyes shifting
Look,
and everything.
was formulating that lie. Cause look, at first he looking straight ahead and he just rubbing himself. Then when he really started talking, his eyes start going back and forth like a windshield wiper.
Right. And then he starts scratching his beard and twisting it all up. That's a tick.
Mm-hmm.
That mean I'm lying. You can't even look at this man when you saying it. You won't even look at the camera. Same thing with Maryanne. When you know when she lying, she look everywhere but the camera. All day, and
Sound like an
they all got
old
their tick.
machine.
And because of that, there's a thin layer of protection around me. You feel me? If you've noticed, I've been through a whole lot these 16 years that I've been global, right? And I bounced back from everything. You see, and I think it's because them ancestors, man, they're real. You feel me? They're real. And I think that as long as I stay true to my mission, they got me. And I was told that.
You don't bounce back from nothing. All you do is go back to the school, pretend that you're making some type of renovation, and then you get these senile elderly women that will believe it, and these dumb younger people that believe it, that
Mm-hmm.
don't really think for themselves or think outside the box or pay attention to the context clues that's going on. But
7.
now, but now you're not fooling nobody because they don't even see you go inside the school. You've been claiming that the renovations was done for weeks, and nobody has seen you step foot in the school.
It still looks like an abandoned building.
Right. You
Yeah.
bounced back from every last one of them, but you haven't bounced back from this one yet.
He ain't bounced back from none of them. He just been holding on by a thread the whole time.
In a divination, Babalabo said, listen, your ancestors are with you. The success of your school is going to be contingent on you remaining loyal and honest to your ancestors. Because remember, they are our angels, right?
Who is this nigga worshiping?
And he
The
said,
devil? Like, for real, for real. He's sitting up here. I wish the ancestors would come down and kick the shit out of him. Now, knowing all your
Right.
ancestors ain't good ancestors because everybody got somebody that was up to no good in their family tree.
Everybody.
So maybe we got one of his ancestors that's masquerading as Frederick Douglass and telling him shit. Is it
Who
catfishing in the
knows?
afterlife? I don't know. But the
Who
ancestors
knows,
ain't told
man?
him to do this bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think they did either. I mean, what? Why would the ancestors tell you to build a school that's non-credited? Meaning that when these kids go to that school, yeah, they may learn their history, but when they leave, they can't use it.
Lord Jesus, fix it. They catfishing in the afterlife.
The success of your school is largely contingent on the ancestors. They're going to decide when it opens up,
The
right?
ancestors
So,
wait.
because I believe I was born to do what
So
I'm.
now none
The
of the blame goes to
ancestors. I
Umar.
said, sis, you
Because
was up. No, you
Umar,
left. You left when that happened. You left
I
when
didn't
you
leave
said that.
on
Yeah,
purpose.
that was it.
Look, I was sitting there for a hot minute and I was like, why the fuck is it so quiet? And then I looked and it was
Yeah.
just spinning and I was like, man, I'm going to bed.
Yeah. The ancestors is going to decide. The ancestors is going to fund it. Um, I didn't know afterlife money work in the real world.
I didn't know.
He been watching Lucifer too much.
Look, you can't short a long shark, okay? You can't short a long shark. So somebody out here begging for money and it ain't us. I asked for dinner. So whoever wants to fund my dinner instead of me being out doing ship orders right now, I'll appreciate it.
I
Right.
mean, look,
Since I take time out doing orders,
you're going to have a hard time convincing me that I'm related to Frederick Douglass by accident. Do you feel me?
You feel
Oh,
divine, this whole thing.
Come
Yeah,
on, man.
Yeah.
He's a speaker.
he got
Loon,
catfished by an ancestor. Brothers
Loon,
and sisters. We
Loon.
have
At this point, this dude, I think his name is Loon. You don't deserve your podcast anymore, bro. I'm sorry, you don't deserve your podcast because you're
Big
not doing no
Sis,
research on any of these topics that he's speaking on.
Bernice, Rosetta.
You ain't doing no research on none of these. You would know that his father took a DNA test, who he say he's related to Frederick Douglass through
Oh,
his
wait, let me
father.
tell this part. His father went and took a DNA test with Ancestry.com and registered under Ancestry.com's database. Okay, that's first and foremost. Now, second off, the Frederick Douglass official family has registered with Ancestry.com. Now, when Umar's father uploaded this information, there were no crossovers with the official Frederick Douglass family, and probably not the unofficial one if they out there either, because the elders came to the next generation, which would be Terrence. That's how Terrence basically started his YouTube channel.
Right?
And he came out and read the letter from the elders saying that Umar and his family are not a part of the Frederick Douglass family, and also came out with the Ancestry.com results. Up and above that, when this first came out, Umar came out and said that it was a mix up, that it was something like, because we used to pick at him all the time about this shit.
First,
It's
he
a
said he was a
cousin.
descendant.
First, he said he was a descendant. Then he said it was the playmate of somebody, and they lived down the street or some bullshit
No,
like
no. Listen, his first cousin, who they believe was actually his brother, because the slave master allegedly raped both of their mothers, and
that.
then when that didn't work, and then when that didn't work, he went from being a cousin.
But see, all of this is moot because if you trace the family tree, the Umar Johnson line is nowhere in it for Frederick Douglass, nor does the DNA
He
match
keep
any of
talking
this
about the
shit he's
Bailey
saying.
family.
The Bailey family is a direct descendant of Frederick Douglass. If I'm not getting this incorrect, Frederick Douglass didn't have any direct descendants, so they all came from Frederick Douglass's siblings, right? The Bailey line is from his sister, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a minute. It's been years since I dug into this. But the way it runs is the Bailey family is the closest related family to the line that speaks out. It's a whole, like, the whole family is together, and they have like things that they have family reunions like every set number of years and all this other kind of stuff, and they keep an active family tree going. So that they have an elder squad. It ain't called a squad, but they have a squad of elders, and the elders basically have yes or no say on everything. So before Terrence did anything, he had to get permission from the elders. That's why didn't nobody say nothing for the longest time. Look, this stuff has been gone over for years. In no world that is in this world right here, in this world that we are standing in, that we are on this internet, Umar Johnson is in no way, shape, form, or fashion related to the Frederick Douglass family.
His dad even said he wished he never told him that lie.
Yeah,
He
his
just
daddy
wants to
came out and
motivate him.
said he was lying, and Umar still doubled down. Because he
Bro,
doesn't have an
that's a goddamn
identity if
shame.
he can't say that he's a direct descendant of Frederick Douglass.
That's a goddamn shame.
Yeah, but see, he goes between he facilitates between saying it's his dad's fault for telling him that lie and still doubling down and saying he related to the Douglasses.
He's a
Again,
writer. I'm a
shifting
speaker. I'm a
blame.
writer.
I said again, shifting blame.
Yeah, it's just so that he doesn't have to take the blame. Oh, it's somebody else's fault, family. Don't blame me. Still donate to me. I'm still the same person. I was just lied to. But the fact of the matter is that lie been exposed.
And
Yanis
you still gotta
Bills,
claim it.
Chris.
Which is ridiculous.
Before I knew I was, you follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
You could argue that our family might be the most impactful black family in American history. Think about it. You got Frederick Douglass.
Wow.
You got his two sons, Lewis and Charles, one of which was the sergeant major of the 54th. Make sure you go to AMC and watch Glory. It's out. You feel me?
Okay, yeah, bet. Let's check that out as a family.
Yes. My grandfather, George, first black public school.
You know what? This ain't nothing new. Back before we had the internet and shit, people used to claim to be from other people's families all the time. Oh, I'm the
All the
baby
time.
y'all lost when in 1802. And oh wow, until DNA came out, them lies stuck. It's like Umar was born in the wrong century. Like somebody popped it, snatched his ass from the 50s and dropped his ass in the 2000s. These lies don't
Right.
run no more.
You ever heard of the $5 Indian?
You know
That's
I
like the
have.
same thing. That's like the same thing. Niggas buying into people fucking families and races and saying that they were Indians just to get land. He doing this shit to get clout.
I don't
It's
really
kind
think
of
his
the same
dad
thing.
ever told him that he was related to Frederick Douglass. I think this was his dad's clumsy effort to cover up a lie that his son told
Right.
to make it
I was
look
starting to
better.
think that too. 90 people in the chat. Make sure you're hitting that like button and support the channel. Cash App, PayPal at the top of the chat and go along the screen at the bottom.
Yeah, that is funny too. He always hollering black queens forever, snow bunnies never. But the man you claiming to be descended from, like white women.
Shit, the nigga that you keep calling yourself swam across the world for a white woman and died for it.
Dodge Day, I
King
think he
Kong,
probably did. Umar ain't going nowhere if it's free.
King Kong swam across the world to get there. Where my white bitch?
I ain't with you.
What Eddie Griffin said. He said that nigga picked her up, blew her off. I got my white bitch.
I ain't with
Teacher
you.
and Civil War veteran, found up Bethel AME. His father, my grandpa Stephen, I come through their loins. You see, this the cousin of Frederick Douglass and half brother. And then you got me with what I've done in the 21st century.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think there's another family.
How old is this video?
Like 2 days ago.
This
He
is still
said,
with the same lies.
right, but before you said it was believed to be that it was his half brother, but they have no proof. Now you're claiming that it was his half brother. That's how you know he's scrambling right now.
Like I said, if this was 1990 or before, this would work. But it's not. It's 2026. None of this shit flies. None of it. We have DNA, mitochondrial DNA. They can check that DNA 5 different type of ways, and none of them ways is Umar Johnson related to Frederick Douglass or any of his descendants. And that's hard to get when everybody on the planet is related. So he gotta be so far down the family tree that it don't even fucking matter. Meaning he was never a part of the direct descendants of Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey.
Nope.
In Black history, that got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men who put in the work we put in. You got Malcolm. Malcolm's grandson did a little activism. I was supposed to meet him before he passed. Malcolm's father was a president for Garvey. He was a Garvey leader. I believe his grandfather did some work, right? But that ain't 6. And then you got the Malcolm girls, right?
Yep.
You got Dr. King brother, Dr. King father, Dr. King right? So Malcolm, they got a pretty strong lineage. King got a pretty strong lineage. You got a few more. Booker T. Washington got a nice little lineage.
So,
but I don't think nobody, even with them, I don't think nobody messing with the Bailey dynasty. We got them.
But even for this generation, you carrying the flag so high.
Yes.
Like with the King family.
He holler Frederick Douglass' name so loud that people don't realize it's a whole family, a whole institute behind the Frederick Douglass family.
But the crazy part is you tarnishing their legacy.
Yes, they have came out multiple times and said, nigga, we are not related to you. And he's still out here doubling down on this lie.
That's crazy. I wish somebody would try to tarnish I'd roll over my grave and haunt the shit out of that motherfucker.
Oh, don't nobody want to help buy me dinner?
It's like we know y'all there and we love y'all, support
but
y'all.
You ain't front and center.
You ain't front and center. You just not on the marquee.
Me and Frederick Douglass is enough. Take us 2. Who got 2 like that? You feel me?
And so that's what I want to speak about, right? Because what you have been doing over the last 16 years, and you end up being debanked. What? Does that worry you? Do you like?
I was bothered because I've been with
all I know is he better not set Terrence off again.
He probably did with this.
He must have forgot Terrence is still out there.
That's what I'm saying. He had to have pissed him off with this though.
And he gotta
For
be
him
super
to be quiet.
Look, he desperate. He gotta be desperate.
Yeah.
This is only 2 days. Look, Terrence has to get clearance before he says anything. But if Umar push too hard, it's gonna be another late night stream.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, I will never forget that.
Bank since I was 14, so it was kind of sentimental. I got my first summer job, my working papers with them. I'm like, damn, y'all just. But it was a good wake up call because I already knew white supremacy. But when you go through it,
you're on a different level of war now, though. That's what I'm wondering. Do you feel that when you, because you know, me and Charlemagne are real tight. He had got in a scenario before where some of the shit he was saying on Breakfast Club, they started to remove the insurance of his family and his. Yeah, they started to do certain shit when he first got into politics. People don't know this, but they literally started to target Charlemagne in a way where it's like, shut the fuck up about that. Right? I'm asking you, when you are debanked out of thin air. Does that worry you?
Hello?
Do you understand the level of fight you're really in?
I understand my level of fight. It doesn't really worry me because I've seen it all before with the ancestors. You know what I mean? Like, sooner or later, it has to come to this. You know what I mean? I just didn't expect it then. You know what I mean? It was off guard because I was on my way to South Africa at the time. So I'm like, damn, I'm not going to have no money in South Africa. You know what I mean? And I love it.
I'm going to tell you the same thing my brother just said. Nigga know exactly why he debank. You ever see the way he live?
I told you what it
Yeah,
was. They done
like,
stop that shit for fraudulent
no, you
activities.
know. He live with his mama. And he ain't got
His
no car.
GoFundMe
Rent
done
car.
got blocked.
Rent that shit.
His
Traveling around the
GoFundMe
world.
done got. Oh, you know what it is? A couple of years ago, they put into effect that you had to verify your income. So he can't verify none of that money going in and out of his account.
Damn.
He don't file taxes on himself or FDNG.
Nobody
So
want
they
to
shut
take
the account
accountability.
down and they took the money. That's what that is. I had forgot all about that. Cause he friends with Charlemagne, DJ.
South Africa, you know what I mean? So I was broke in South Africa, but everything worked out though.
Do you think your rhetoric and what you've done over the last 16 years, do you get away debt free with that? Do you think white supremacy allows Dr. Umar
No, they
Johnson?
watching.
So
They
what
watching.
I'm saying is,
And they do what they do. You feel me? They watching, they sabotaging, they.
So in the beginning, you said there is no investigation, but now they watching you.
But wait, it's not the government, it's the quote unquote man. The man is watching. The man is sabotaging him.
For those of y'all never been to jail, I've been going to jail since I was 14 years old. When they shut the fucking banks down, that's the first sign them boys is watching. The feds don't come unless they got you. So they gonna let you keep on playing, you keep on doing what you're doing, and then they gonna get your ass.
That's what we've been saying the whole time too. You heard what my brother said?
Look, two things in life are true, and that's death and taxes. Umar owe
Right.
taxes, massive
Yep.
taxes.
He owed hundreds of thousands.
So how's he getting all this money? That's the point.
Right. So
He
it got
gets
to be
all his
something there.
money. Look, they froze his shit for fraudulent activities because he can't verify none of those funds. And they gonna get him. They go the IRS don't move like everybody else. That's why we ain't heard shit.
Give it to 18 months to 2 years. Dr. Umar is arrested on federal charges.
On a
Wow.
Ponzi scheme. Because they just
Right.
arrested somebody else on a Ponzi scheme like yesterday down in Florida, 300 million. That's the reason his bill ain't big enough with the IRS.
They
That's
watching. They watching this nigga sit on the internet and lie, and lie and lie and lie, and then they gonna match all these lies up to his financial records,
They got you.
and it's gonna be a wrap.
Look, they shut down GoFundMe. They shut down his PayPal. They shut down his Cash App. They
Right.
slowly hit his ass in, and he don't seem to realize it.
Now you know something wrong. They
Right.
shut down Cash App and shit.
He
They shut
can't
down the
open nothing.
GoFundMe.
He can't
That's
open
why he
another
bought the
one of none of
building,
these.
because GoFundMe was like, "What you doing with this money, bro?"
And he
And so
still
he
didn't
ended
get
up
all
looking
that
for
money
some.
back. They just letting him dig his hole deeper and deeper. And when they
Okay.
feel like it, they gonna come scoop his ass up. Tax fraud Tuesday.
Right.
Look,
You
how
want
they
you
got Al Capone.
stupid
Al
thing
Capone
you
was out
do?
here. Al Capone was out here running drugs, bootlegging, running guns across the
Bullshit.
border. What did they finally get Al Capone
Murder.
on? No.
Taxes.
Yes. They got him on taxes. The majority of these people, they get them on taxes. That's why you have all these RICO cases and shit. Because if they can't get you on what you actually do that's illegal, they gonna get you on the structure that you put in place to run that illegal activity. Because you ain't paying taxes on it.
I like that.
Yeah, this is my sissy. This is my sis. Yeah. My brother said I like her. She be talking that shit. I've been telling you about Tripsies for years. I don't want to say
Look,
your
his
name.
tax bill ain't high enough. That's all we
I
need
don't
to
want to say
know.
your name, but thank you for the $5 cash app.
But how much money did he gross off of doing all this shit though?
It's at
It's
least 2
estimated
million.
around 2, 3, 2, maybe 5.
Million?
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
5.
them feds coming.
And this nigga, he
It just
know.
ain't high enough yet. It
Yeah,
ain't
I
high
think
enough, and he ain't low enough yet. Look, he gotta hit. He gotta hit rock bottom dick in the dirt before they come pick his ass up.
right.
They letting him dig himself in the dirt.
I think they're watching him sit on this motherfucker and lie about
Because
the
you know what? Think
and
about it.
everything.
Love and Hip Hop and all them other little reality TV shows. What they got and came and got them people on tax evasion and shit like that because they was sitting up here portraying one lifestyle on camera and they was robbing Peter to pay Paul in the background.
Exactly.
Right. They taking you to jail. You
They
know
take
you going to prison.
prison.
Whoever sent the $5 cash app, I don't want to say your real name. Appreciate the $5 cash app.
My cash app right across the screen too.
Yeah, her don't. I was about to say that.
But
Don't forget her cash
this
app
what
is
I
running
don't
along the
understand.
screen
You
at the
talk
bottom.
about this. This is what I hate
Half
about
the time I be fucking with y'all, but then y'all be making me feel bad too. Like
What he
damn.
say? Why he say?
Prince of Pan Africanism.
He robbed me on fucking people, man.
The nigga
Now
Cuban.
1170, he from Philly.
The nigga
Yeah, he
Cuban.
making us look bad.
My brother upset about that.
Yeah, his mama closet ain't rock bottom. No, Piccolo, his mama's closet is not rock bottom because he can still get tickets out of the country.
Hold on, somebody said no 1170 said you from Cleveland Rim. No, I'm from Philly. And that's why we so upset over here on this side. Because
See,
this nigga
Umar
been
is
nothing but
from Philly, you know.
horrible. But thing about it is, don't nobody out here fuck with him. These kids don't know him. He make it seem like the youth know him. I can go down the street and
Because
ask 10 kids, every kid that walk down the street, do you know Umar Johnson? They'll be like, fuck no.
no,
They do not know him, and then he
They don't
can't.
care.
They don't care out here. They got too many problems out here to worry about who the fuck
They gotta worry
Umar
about
is.
not dying every fucking day.
Right. And then
like,
the
the
elders
easiest way to get
don't fuck
people
with
is
him.
to claim you care about the children. And for
We watch
people that
Hassan do it.
He's been building
and the
school for
people
20
that
years.
just want to throw money at a problem, Umar is perfect.
Right. And we've been watching Hassan do it for how long? Oh, I'm for the youth. I'm for the youth.
That dude
Ain't
get on
seen
my
him.
nerves. That's
Not
the
once
nigga.
did you see him
Size
around
of
one
two
youth.
children in that car.
The nigga was like, I'm never slipping. How many times you get shot?
Yeah. I mean, we watch these motherfuckers do this on the internet all day, every day.
I was watching the joint with him. He was like, I'm never slipping. I'm slipping. Nigga, how many times you got shot and stabbed? You always slipping. What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
Self-incriminating, redundant lies. Right? He digging his own hole. Why he digging his own hole on the internet? And then anything that isn't true or can't be proven to be false, he gonna be on the hook for that. Look,
Right.
he one or
Umar
two
about
things gonna happen.
yeah, bounce
They
around the question.
it's
Yeah,
like one or
bounce
two
around the
things
question.
gonna happen. He gonna have a heart attack or he going to jail.
I think Maryanne I think Maryanne was regurgitating whatever she's. That's what she called it, regurgitating what we said. He got that motherfucking citizenship in Ghana as a last resort. He think he just gonna take that little last hoorah and run over there
They gonna be waiting for him at the plane.
right at the plane. Come here,
They ain't
Mr.
even letting
E5.
him get
I
across the
stay with my
border.
mama. Stay tuned. Day. Come with us. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The second he walked to that airport, Mr. E5, I stay with my mama. Stay tuned. Day. Come with us, Mr. Rib Tip, Mr. Intergalactic Rib Tip. Please come with us.
Mr. Johnson, if you could follow me real quick.
Mm-hmm. Dogs barking all by him.
Jail talking that fish talking that dumb shit.
He gonna be that one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish nigga in there getting his butt
All
cooked.
about the youth. He'd have donated that money to another black owned business or school when they first
Oh
started
wait,
questioning him if it was all
oh
about the
wait,
youth.
sis. What's the name? Did pull up a flyer where he was trying to start an online school for $350 a month, and he only
I'm
had a
not
limit of
surprised
40
because he rented
students.
that school from K-12.
But he collected the money and never started the school.
I remember
Yeah.
when he tried to get Florida of school. He's like, look, we working. Nigga, the roof ain't even on.
Oh no, you in there for that one? Yeah.
Ace Nation, and she is
He's trying to say
not
that gas.
raw.
Yeah,
Are you in the bushes, baby?
bro, we about to go up there. It's only in Wilmington, bro. It's right up. It's a hop, skip, and jumping away. That's why I said y'all fund the gas money. I'll go up there and get the footage. We gotta be on the weekend though, cause I start work on Monday.
Put the respect on the intergalactic tune day. I ain't with y'all. I am not. I refuse. Let's go
Yeah, I
ahead
hope Cookie
and
with
mother this
Frank come back
interview.
too.
Do what they do. Um,
The
I'm gonna go to
debanking.
Nat Turner.
Okay.
The Confessions of Nat Turner. I'm born August 21st, the day of the Nat Turner War, Haitian Revolution, George Jackson.
It's a lot of people
Nat
that
Turner
were born on that
said
day.
that when the Spirit appeared to him, he said, this mission, whether it comes rough or whether it comes smooth, you have to bear it. It also said to him, such is your luck, such you are called to do. And as I said, whether it come rough or smooth, you shall surely bear it. In other words, whatever happens, happens. You feel me?
Hold on.
You have to
Pause
be
that.
at peace with the mission.
Yeah.
Did it take Nat Turner all these years to do what he did to do?
Bro, this is what I'm saying, right? These people say he got all these degrees. What college did he? Do you ever tell you what college he went to?
Millersville and some other bullshit.
Millersville.
We know of one degree, one. These other
It's the
ones we don't
degree
know.
from a holistic college. The other one cannot be verified to be his
Right. We
because
don't
there
know
is
all the other.
another Umar Abdullah Johnson, and he's an 80-something-year-old Middle Eastern man.
Right. But did it take Nat Turner 10 years to start a revolutionary?
Nope.
It might have took about 10 years for him to get caught, but I don't remember. I remember reading the story and when he wanted to jump up and do something, this shit happened.
The chosen bomb. I can't with y'all.
He wanted something to happen. I don't remember it taking so long, and I don't think it would have took Nat Turner
Look,
10 years
when
to do
Nat
the motherfucking
Turner
pull in.
started that rebellion, it didn't take years and years and years. He woke up one day and was like, okay, I can't take this shit no more. And it was
Right.
on and popping.
I mean, if that's the case for whatever mission that we're on, it didn't take Frederick Douglass that long. It didn't take Marcus Garvey that long, and these motherfuckers didn't even have social media.
Right. They work by word of mouth and passing messages and writing letters and shit, and they
Newspapers
still
and
doing
shit.
better than
Yeah.
Umar.
Yeah. How? How? There's no way possible that these people should be doing anything better than you when you live in
Right.
the age of technology.
If Nat Turner was Umar,
KKC.
we'd still be waiting on the rebellion. Mm.
Right. KKC, what's up, good brother? Jaded, what's up? Ace Nation, what's up? Francesca Harris, what's up? You go ahead, places.
Let me ask you this: when you did have that scenario, because we're gonna move to the school
Mhm.
after this, but when you had that, did you notice that it was extremely loud? Like people were like I even heard Joe Button who came out and was like, "Yo, hold on, that doesn't make sense." Maybe people don't understand the debanking process, but people were asking questions like, hold on, you don't have any money, you don't have another card, you don't have someone you can go to. Your first thing is to go right online when this
Well, look
kind of
who's going
situation
online now.
Egg
happens
and
to you.
Tunde.
The person going online has done more to help black parents save their children from the school to prison pipeline than any black person in American history. There's
Oh,
nobody you can name. Educator, politician.
The man you stole that information about the prison, the school to prison pipeline, he's done more for black
but
children than you ever have.
where are these children?
There are none. That's what
That
I'm
that's
telling
what
you.
that
The
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
information that he's claiming to have helped black children with was stolen from another black man.
Exactly. And then on top of that, you took credit for the children, probably taking credit for the children that he saved. Because we have not seen you bring a child forth. We have not seen a child that became an adult saying, you know what, Umar helped me do such and such. All we know is mothers called you to help their children and you wound up fucking them.
Right, they
That's
say
all we
some
know.
imaginary friends, just like Maryanne.
Right, we have not seen you help any of them. All we know is you was fucking them.
You might have a
And I ain't
couple of
just people in
children
the
come out
chat.
in a couple of years and say, Umar touched my mama.
Right. We ain't got no evidence of you doing anything for any children in the last 20 years. How long has it been since they fired him?
Shit, about 12, 15.
Since then, how many kids can actually vouch and say that you helped them? Don't worry, I'll wait. It's ridiculous.
A quick bean mix. Man, you making me hungry and y'all ain't buying me dinner. I'm leaving this live stream. No, I'm playing.
Right. Y'all heard the chat. I said she needs some dinner. We need $10 to reach our stream goal. However it goes, don't forget
Yeah,
her information is going along the screen at the bottom. Everything that says Trip C's Treehouse is her information.
yeah, all of mine is the same except for PayPal. PayPal, only one is
Pastor,
different. I gotta go through and
psychologist,
change it.
sociologist who has saved more black children from the school to prison pipeline than Dr. Umar, and I've done it mostly for free. You feel me? So I'm going to my supporters. I'm not
The children that Umar supposedly saved, their children should be in elementary school now. The ones that started a little early.
going to the
Shit,
world.
them motherfuckers is
The world
grown.
got to hear it, but I'm
No,
going
I
to my
said their
supporters and
children.
saying, yo,
Their
Oh,
children should be in elementary
oh,
school.
their children. Yeah, I ain't catch that part. I was gonna say them
I need
motherfuckers
your
is grown.
help.
They are grown. They grown and got kids that's in elementary school.
Right.
And they started to help me. And as soon as they started to help me, Apple Pay debanked me.
So you actually started to get money coming in, and
And
Apple Pay debanked
Apple
you.
Pay.
I can't use Apple Pay no more.
And you telling me you don't feel
And
like
back to your question.
Wow.
That sounds like an all bank shutdown.
Now, you don't hear the blame being shifted all over the place.
Mm,
First it was the bank. No, first it was the struggle streamers that called the bank. So first it was the struggle streamers' fault, then it was the bank fault, and now it's Apple Pay's fault. I mean, I'm
they
hearing
started to help
Maryanne.
me, and then Apple Pay shut it down.
It sounds like
Oh, four
It
times
sounds like
two.
Maryanne and all the different banks.
Oh, the po times Day.
It sounds like Maryanne got her playbook from Umar.
Yeah, because they working together. There are no children that will stand up and say Umar saved them, because Umar saved no children. Like even in an alternate universe, Umar Johnson scamming.
They ain't give me a reason either. They're not required to.
Damn
So I
it, in the
can't use Apple Pay no
multiverse.
more.
that's heavy? Without reason, this is
All
happening
eyes
to
on
you.
me.
Cash App debanked me and debanked FDMG. GoFundMe debanked FDMG. All of this because of struggle streamer, cyber thought, interference, and slander. You got to
See?
remember, they don't want me to succeed
Oh,
anyway. So if your people come to us saying,
the blame is being bounced around between several different entities. The struggle streamers, the banks, and Apple Pay is all their fault. It's all our fault. Our struggle
Shadow.
streamers, the bank, and Apple Pay.
Okay, so I asked what will make multiple banks close your account, and it says top reasons are suspicious activity, anti money laundering flags, structuring, excessive overdrafts, identity verification issues, policy violation, check systems, negative history.
Sounds like something that would be going on in his account.
Check fraud Tuesday.
Right. It's just crazy how there's no accountability. I heard Master Khalik say that, and I heard a lot of people saying that in KKC chat. It's just like is there's no nothing is your fault,
Tax fraud
and
Tuesday.
all of it, and collecting all this money and all these situations that happen. None of it was your fault. That's when you know a motherfucker lying. I'm gonna keep saying it. That's when you know a motherfucker lying. When every time he got a problem, it's always the other person's fault. It's always somebody else's fault. It's never, oh, ooh, I got the phone.
Shut him down. We clear.
Exactly. We'll go
We
ahead.
free and clear.
Yeah.
The niggas said.
Yeah. That's why I'm
And
wondering.
that's the sad part
That's
about
so
it.
sad.
They don't stop.
Yeah.
It's sad, man.
Well, they don't stop because.
But it ain't. But you know who I'm more mad at? I'm more mad at my supporters in Black
Now it's
America
the supporters' fault.
than I am at the struggle streamers and cyber thoughts and conscious, jealous personalities. Because
Oh my God.
I shouldn't have to fight them. I do too much for us to have to worry about them.
Be related to somebody famous.
They heads, not literally, but figuratively, their heads should already be cut off. They should have already been approached. His name don't come out your mouth again, or its consequences. The saddest thing about genuine Black leadership, the Kings, the Malcolms, the Garveys, the Freds, we got to fight the system and fight our people at the same time. And that's why we get so exhausted, because when you come home, you got to deal with them.
Are you ignoring the fact, though, that genuinely some of your supporters doubt has crept in because of the timeline of the school?
Nah,
you still don't believe.
Nope. And the reason why I don't, because my supporters have never stopped supporting. They still donating right now. You feel me? Most of our supporters are repeat donor. The doubt is the haters, people who don't matter. I don't care what they think.
They also are speaking about like that there's a section of.
He just gave you two. You gotta ask him. He just gave you two different versions of donors. First, you said you was disappointed in the donors because they ain't doing nothing. They ain't fighting for you. Then you said most of the people that support me are my donors. What did we talk? You're flip flopping, bro.
You have to put I'm a descendant in front of it. Look, back when he first started, he used I'm a descendant of Frederick Douglass. So I'm a descendant of a pot pie.
Supporters that are not so happy, that are trying to pull some legal moves on you.
No, they're not supporters. The people who are out there, first of all, I'm not under no federal investigation. That's a lie.
Okay.
Struggle streamer lies. And the people putting it out there are not supporters at all.
Wow. See, they see what they're
struggle streamer lies. See, they all have the same playbook. I'm gonna get people to believe in me, but then some people are going to start to doubt. So I'm going to set everybody else against them, because then I have opposition. And when I have opposition, there is more chance for donations. This is how this works.
Cheryl, peace and welcome. Make sure you hit that like button and support the channel. But Yeah, but he just gave us two versions of the struggle streamers, though. Ones
That's
that
what
he
I'm
was
saying.
disappointed in,
In
ones that,
reality, there's one story. In
and then
Umar verse, there's more than one for the
but
same
then
incident.
he's trying to encourage his donors to go after the people that have anything negative to say about him, whether it's true or not.
Because focus on these struggle streamers. Don't focus on where your money went.
Right. That was the point I was trying to make.
Mm.
He's trying to distract the donors and keep their brains occupied on hating us instead of actually looking at the evidence that we're trying to present them.
Peddling is there's a
The
class action
narrative
lawsuit.
is we're the supporters and we got issues. That's
Yeah.
all lies.
Wow.
They are haters masquerading as supporters. Jealousy and envy.
Today's supporter is tomorrow's struggle streamer. That's how this works. As soon as they get tired of Umar, they want to talk shit.
In your heart, you don't believe there's any supporters that saying, Doc, it's been a long time.
Nope.
I love you. I believe
Not the
you.
ones who follow because they've always been kept lock and step with me.
Yeah, but that's blind faith. And we don't
No,
want to.
it ain't blind faith because they see the school and they seen the progress of the school step by step, including the setbacks. They've never been in the dark.
What step by
You got to
step?
remember now. I give what 300.
Ace said, has anybody checked on Malik?
Well, I mean, you tried to. You ain't get no answer.
Speeches a year. I'm the most requested black scholar in the world, bar none. Most popular Pan-Africanist in the
No,
world,
you're
bar
not.
none. The number one black
No,
conscious
you're not.
personality in this country, bar none. Most
No, you're not.
credentialed, most popular, most loved, most hated,
you're
most
not.
everything.
No,
So
you're
people
not.
get to hear me regularly.
Pause.
So the
Just-
updates
we
are,
gotta- we
you
gotta
could probably
address
go
that.
to a Dr. Umar.
We Googled all this, and you're not even in the top 5. Not even in the top 10. Matter of fact, you're not even in the top 100.
He ain't even in the top 1,000, bro.
You're not. You're not the most requested.
He
You're
just
not the most.
announced.
You're damn sure not the most educated because you can't. You can only prove one fucking degree out of 8.
He just the loudest.
Right.
And
You
wait,
just a nigga
Umar
that
want to
claim that you are.
Umar want to call everybody else struggle streamers, sir. We have not gotten our monetization taken.
Nope.
Now, I might not be monetized, but I could if I put in the work on my own channel. But you, sir, you can't monetize even if you wanted to, and we all know you want to.
And I think struggle streaming is going on there, repeating yourself 3 times to try to hypnotize the crowd. That's struggle streaming.
Begging for
I gotta
money for a
hypnotize
school
my crowd. Now
that
I
took
might throw in
decades
there,
to not get here.
like I said, now I might throw in there, y'all support the channel, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal every few hours or so, 30 minutes or so. But you doing it every 5 minutes and repeating it, trying to hypnotize people when
See,
you're
we
doing it.
ain't up here asking for money for some shit that we ain't finna do. If y'all pay for
That
dinner,
is
I'm
true.
finna go get dinner at right as soon as this live stream over.
Our supporter, a true one, and say, give me the timeline of the school. They could probably tell you this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, the plumbing, the HVAC.
You know what? I rock with you. But what I'm saying is, I don't think that 100% of your supporters or 100%.
I disagree.
I think some of them are because
you may have to redefine supporter then, because maybe you're talking about somebody who might have gave $10 once 10 years ago. But supporter for me is somebody who supports and consistently donates. They don't have issues because you got to remember, I got personal relationships with all my supporters. I know them. So if you come to me and say your supporters got issues, I'm going to ask you for a name. Remember, we recorded every donation. We know everybody.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying? And this is how I get the haters, because they say,
See, that right there
You
is what's
only
gonna
got.
fuck him up.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps
You
saying
only
we
got
got
relationships
everybody
with the
that
people that you
donated.
fucking.
We got everybody that donated. No, you don't. You got everybody that you know you can still call for some money though.
Right. And then to tell somebody that because they only donated one time, they're not donors. Where they do that at?
They don't.
It doesn't matter if I donated a fucking penny. I still donated. Even though I would never give this man a one hate penny of my motherfucking money. But for the people that just only had it one time and still did it, you're shaming them because they couldn't keep donating. Where they
It's
do
just
that
like
at?
that man. Thank you for the $5, but next time make it 10.
Right. Then you call them trifling ass black people because they only gave you 100,000. How many people
Entitled
do the
to.
black community give $100,000 to?
Entitled to day.
Right. That's why your
Yeah, I
beard
donated. What's my first
all
question?
fucked up. You look like he look like he going through it.
Cause he is. He
Look
can't
at
get
him. He
no
look
money.
overweight.
He
His
probably
beard is
staying
falling
with
apart.
somebody, if not his mama. He living off her pension check right now. That's the only account still open. His mama account.
His wig shifting.
I need your name.
It's all fucked up.
How did you donate?
Wait, look. When his head is turned, look, his shit is crooked.
Right. His wig is shifting. He ain't had no money to get that shit fixed. He needed the money from he needed a pay up front, and he probably had to pay the expenses to even get there. Use those expenses to get there, and he probably didn't get the rest of the money until afterwards.
Look, he pulling out all them old clothes what he was selling. Now he wearing them.
Remember, we recorded every donation. We know everybody.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying? And this is how I get the haters because they say, "Yeah, I donated." What's my first question?
It's no
I need your name. How did you donate? Cash App, check. When was your last donation? Because we got it recorded. Let me look you up, and then I look them up. You don't even exist.
And you know what? One another thing I want to speak to.
As a nonprofit, you do not have the right to do that. As a nonprofit, by law, you do not have the right to do that. You have to tell whoever asks it. You have to tell them.
You have
What
to
did you actually?
provide financial statements for a nonprofit.
Right. You actually should have a website where it's providing those
He does
financial
have a
statements.
website, but it ain't got no financial statements on it.
Exactly.
Ooh.
So you don't got it. And then when the people who do ask what's going on with it, you interrogate them. Instead of answering the question, you interrogate them. He just admitted to interrogating the people that asked him. What's your name? When did you donate? If you recorded everything. How do we know you recorded everything? If you don't want to answer, you could just say, I didn't see you there. Even if the dude screenshot you when he sent the money. If it ain't in the timeline that you want it to be, there's always a way around it. Oh, you didn't consistently donate, so you don't get no answers.
It
Oh,
don't
you didn't
matter.
donate this month.
If you're considering donating, you get answers from a nonprofit.
Right. So that right there, if he's being investigated, they are sitting here watching him say this stupid shit over and over, thinking he's outsmarting the system, and your dumbass is just digging this hole deeper.
And deeper
Or
and
maybe
deeper.
because he think because his nonprofit shit was waived, he don't got an answer. But at the time you collected all that money, it was a nonprofit, so it still
That
would
was
count,
only
wouldn't it?
waived temporarily. So, like, he doesn't have a valid nonprofit. He was only supposed to have one EIN, but he applied for another, which is legal. So, some of this shit will get sorted out once he gets arrested.
Mm. So either way, he's fucked. You go ahead.
While I
And
have
then
you
when
here.
people talk about how long, right? That's an opinion loom. Remember, the school we building ain't never been built in this country before. This is the first school in American history, independent, African-centered school, financed with donations from African people on every single continent in the world. Never been done. Too long, according.
For one, you act like you built that school from the ground up. You just bought a plot of land and built it from the ground up. You bought dilapidated buildings and did nothing to them. Two, you just told on yourself. You just made this a national investigation, if there is. Now you're going to get bigger people involved. You fucking idiot.
Claiborne Bay, welcome.
You're gonna get more people involved. Oh no, I got him on. I got him a video of him in the mall getting a white girl number.
To your government-sponsored charter school, that's government money. You can't compare this to this. Your home school, that's your basement. That ain't no institution. I saw a hater the other day, some hating out of New York, talking about how his homies built 2 schools or something. Where?
He talking about
In a home, storefront, basement?
Wow.
This is real buildings here. This is a real school. Teachers lounge, gym, cafeteria. You comparing an institution to a home school? And now everybody got this new school thing going on, right?
It doesn't matter if he bought dilapidated buildings. Even if he would have bought those buildings that you bought, I'm pretty sure the school would have been up by now. You're throwing shade at Q Butter, at Dominique, not King Randall.
So he's saying ain't no white people put up no money for this kid.
No, yeah, he said you don't want white people to put up money for the school because he has to answer for it. With black folks,
That's
he
the
can just be
whole
like, "You're not a
scam.
donor, so I
Because
don't
he
got to tell you."
know most black people are not going to report him to the proper authorities. So therefore, he can scam in peace. Now, if he scams some white folk and don't do what
They
he say,
gonna
the
want to
first
know,
thing they going to do is going to report his ass.
right? They gonna want to know where the
That's not
money
him
went,
being, that's him running an affinity scam. That's not him being Afrocentric.
right? He only bought the buildings because the GoFundMe shut his ass
Because
down.
he
He
had
had
to
to, they
justify
had
to
to
go
do something,
fund me where that money went.
right? And then he only paid like $2 for those fucking buildings, bro. The buildings are caving in on themselves, caving in.
He bought some bandos. Oh, joy.
Right. And keep
So-and-so
talking
opened the
about
school. You know what their definition
building.
of school is?
What do you do?
A room with some books and pencils.
Right.
A room. It's like church, right? I got a church. And then you go, the church is in your living room?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
There's church and then there's church.
Right.
There's schools and then there's schools. We have a school.
Church is wherever 2 or more are gathered. I don't understand, Tunde. And why are you talking about church when you're supposed to be Pan-African?
Listen, they got something that you don't got, and you got something that they don't have a building, right? But they still have students, books, and curriculum. You have a building,
501c3 as well.
right? All that. You have a building. No students, no teachers, no staff, no nothing. Just a fucking corroded building. It's just as corroded as your beard.
But like I said, the IRS moves at its own pace. They'll pick him up when they pick him up, but the point of the matter is they're gonna pick him up.
Let me ask you this: do you think with everything that's being said, and also while you, I want to clarify something because I do see one of your detractors, and again, I understand how this works, man. A lot of people they are form a confederacy.
Yeah, and they're going to come up off your name.
Yeah, because they make money from the YouTube thing, right? And so
I'm feeding like 20 families on the internet, bro.
Right, but I do want to clarify something because when they bring your donation amount in question online,
they don't know the donation.
Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your contribution.
He's talking about folk like Lennon and KKC and the people that's been in the long haul of it.
Yeah, I made a couple dollars off of this shit this month so far.
Francesca, the YMCA was ready to buy that property, raise it down, and turn it into a parking lot as they expanded the YMCA. Umar fucked all their plans up for that whole project.
I get that. And I see this from a lot of them. And I want to clarify that because they use my platform. They use one of our conversations. And so I want to clarify for the record, if there's an investigation going on or whatever's going on, I want to clarify this. A lot of people are saying that at a certain point you said that you had not took in $1 million.
We've never had $1 million at one time.
Now, right. But that's not what all I'm saying is this. They got the dates wrong. So they're using a date of an upload date on YouTube. And it was upload for the second or third time at that point.
Okay.
Oh.
So the
numbers I heard is preposterous. The number,
Bro, every single date Lennon put up, he put up the video and the date that the video was made. And then we all know Umar loves giving dates. Any video that had anything to do with the date of the time where he said this amount of money was earned, Umar said it out his own mouth. Oh, it started this day, and as of this date, we have such and such amount. Every single time Lennon calculated those numbers, they had the dates and the times all on the video. So how could you sit there and say that you got the dates wrong? Bro, like this dude Loon, you a fucking nut. Now I can see why KKC was embarrassed that you was from his city.
Okay,
You ain't giving no pushback.
The Maurice J. Moyer Academy was a charter school. It was closed by the state of Delaware in 2010 due to poor performance and lacked the current functioning address. So meaning that they moved out of the address where Umar's at.
Right?
Hold on, I'm looking for something. Is that my tuggers?
The date is
I've heard 3 million. We've never hit 3, bro. I've heard 5. I've heard 8. I've heard 10. If we had that money, both schools would be done. What are we talking about? If I got that, bro, we already open and running, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
do you see why, with everything you're going through, getting the school up and running, do you see why people go to charter school route?
Oh, for sure. It's easy. It's government money, but they control you, though. Remember, the school we owned was a charter school. They took their charter.
I was looking for the EPA report for that building, but I ran across this. Donald Murray versus Umar Johnson. Oh, that's the handyman, ain't it?
Uh-huh.
Informal paupers granted. Good grief. So I'm gonna keep looking.
They accused them of financial mismanagement and shut them down. I'm not giving no white man that power over me. They can still shut you down for some other fake stuff, right? Right. But it ain't gonna because I need some money.
Right.
We did this with. Think about this though.
That's why I was gonna ask you
black money, self-determination.
That's dope. That's why I want to know how important is that victory lap gonna be for you?
It's important because people heard me say what we need to do. It's something else to see you do it.
Yeah.
Because if you look at anybody else in the conscious community, and I say this humbly and with respect to them all, because they still members of the African race, whether they identify with it or not, none of them are building a relevant institution. You cannot name me anybody in the conscious community of the United States, I don't care what ideology, what religion, what they claim, who's building a relevant institution. School, bank, hospital, supermarket, manufacturing, distribution. You feel me? I'm the only
Oh,
one, and I'm the busiest one. So what excuse do y'all have?
that includes you too, sir. That includes you too. Whether it's relevant or not, you are still included in that list because you have not built that school. You have not opened the school. There are no teachers, no students, no nothing. You cannot sit there and put yourself in the category of building a school that you have not built.
Now, when the school
Go ahead,
open
Chris.
Loon, the questions get different for them now. Because once they see FDMG open, now they're going to go to him and say, look, bro, you've been talking as long as Dr. Umar. What institution you got? Because that ain't it. What institution you going to build? You? If Dr. Umar more popular than all y'all put together, he speak more than all y'all put together. He more credentialed than all y'all put together. If he can give us a school starting without a penny, what you going to give me? See, the reason they wanted to stop it, Loon, is because in their minds, I was already.
This is something that has been said. He's giving you the illusion of progress, the illusion of you can say that. So you can say it right now. Oh, he's building something. What did you do? Even to the people whose schools who actually are open. Your school is an entity. You see what I'm saying? He's trying to give them a one up on these people who actually have schools without actually having that one up. Go ahead, sis.
Too big. He don't need nothing else. Now with this, it's a wrap.
Nah, this a big deal.
But I didn't do it for that. Because people be asking me, now that the school is done, all the renovations is done, we still got to pass inspection. That's going to be a whole nother fight. You feel me? But I'm going to go into a positive. Because, now they got to come through what they find too. Right. Check.
Yeah.
But what I have to tell people, because they stopped me in the airport, ain't you glad you shut up the haters? First of all, I didn't shut up the haters. They're going to find something else.
Yes.
Right? But I didn't do this for them. The focus has always been black boys, and that's what it's going to stay.
Right. Now that's a blessing. And again, I'm rooting for you. I always been rooting for the school. It's a beautiful idea. Couple different things. Before we pivot off of the accounts and things being frozen. Also on the Joe Budden podcast, Mark Lamont Hill said he reached out to you during that time. I just want to get your
We haven't
response to
spoken.
that.
I think he did text me.
Okay.
Shout out to Mark Lamont Hill, but we haven't spoken.
For sure. Also, in that moment when the accounts were frozen, there was another altercation where on the schools in Wilmington, Delaware, there were two papers.
Wait, how did y'all have
The
each
papers
other?
were presented by the state, and
Now, I could have sworn my platform and a couple other platforms felt like it was a play between them two. When this whole thing came up, how did he have your number? I have never seen.
Lamont Hill was a direct follower of Umar York, not not Umar, Dwight York,
Doctor.
Malachi Z. York,
Malachi.
the cult leader York,
Right. So how did he get Umar's
the
number though?
original
The way he could text
intergalactic
him.
red tip.
Yeah, that's the best way to put that.
Because everybody got Mark Lamont Hill number. I can call Chuck right now, and Chuck got Mark Lamont Hill number. If it's somebody in the so-called conscious community, Mark Lamont Hill got their number. He got.
How did Mark get his number? That's what I'm saying. He said Mark text him.
He already had it. Do you want me to tell you what I really think about Mark Lamont Hill right now? I'm not gonna do that.
What?
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be quiet. Hey, Allison. Yes, it's me. Hey, Bougie. I'm just gonna say what I said at first. Mark Lamont Hill was a direct follower of Malachi Z. York. For those of you that don't know, Malachi Z. York is currently serving 100 and some odd year prison sentence for being bad to little children, among other things. Rico.
Right.
The city, I'm sorry. And you said that they were trying to sell the school from up under
without
you.
notice.
Simultaneously
While
with
I'm
your account
debanked.
flow.
Are you going to tell me that's a coincidence?
I'm asking you. I'm telling you, there's a war going on.
What do you
No
feel
man is
sitting
safe
from the outside?
There's a war going on outside that no man is safe from. And I'm
There's a lot of wars going on outside that no man is safe from. The war on drugs, but one war that is not going on is a war against Umar Bumpy Johnson. Okay, ain't nobody after him besides the IRS and some woman. He probably, yeah, Nick. When we see you, I'm on the other page. What's wrong? Any host who has him on is just doing it. Yeah, basically. And Loon already said he friends with Charlemagne, so that's how he got Umar number. I am. It's gonna be like a week or so. Let
saying
me get
you are
everything together.
actively, if I take you at what you're saying, you're debanked, you are actively in a war that it doesn't feel like you understand.
No. I understand.
Okay.
No,
Right,
trust me.
right.
I understand.
Okay.
No, I
Because
understand.
I'm saying this is much more serious.
It is.
Yes.
My brother cracking the fuck up in here. Talk about, see, did she just call him Umar Bumpy Johnson? Tell her I like that name.
Umar Bumpy Johnson.
He over here cracking up. I
There's
had
a
to tell you
long
that.
start going on outside. I can't with y'all.
No man is safe.
Yeah, then
Look, Maryanne tried to show her the long shark. Now she on the internet trying to get up money to pay said long shark.
Right. We got 107 people in the
that
chat, 63 likes. Get those likes up and support the channels, family. Hit the Cash App, PayPal, going along the screen at the bottom. And mine going at, well, Tripsies is going along the screen at the bottom where it says Tripsies and PayPal
No, it's just
Levette.
gonna unlike you, Allison, unless you do it from 2 different accounts.
And my PayPal and stuff is pinned to the top of the chat.
Cheryl says she gonna take
Support
the
the
horse
channel.
whip to Umar.
Well, he told everybody else that they needed lashes.
Yo, Cheryl, I
That
would
nigga
pay
did the most.
I would pay to see that shit, Cheryl.
Was one of the biggest pieces of evidence I received outside of being told by FBI agents I know that I'm being watched. That was one of the biggest pieces of confirmation I received that they're actively trying to stop.
Again.
Hi.
Again.
This is Patrick Bishop from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I'm just calling to let you know that we're investigating you. That doesn't happen.
Right, but again, he said there is no federal investigation, but then turned around and said, I know that the federal government is watching me. That's a fucking investigation. We can't believe nothing none of these motherfuckers say.
We know he lying.
Fucking ridiculous, bro.
They heard you got debanked and moved that quickly. No notice, Loon.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Email,
Let's get into
no
how
letter, no phone.
Yeah, man.
For 5 months, mind you, I was reaching out.
So
trying to deal with the vacant property registration fee.
Let's context set in here. So $72,000 was the number that I think it was. Was it
40 something?
Okay, 40 something. I thought you said they said we owe 72,000.
You know what? It could have been 70. It's been a minute now.
Yeah.
It could have been 40 for the vacant fee property registration fees.
Nigga,
Past
70
date,
something
plus the current utilities. Because you got to remember the water bills be crazy, and we not even using no
like
water.
even in here, the gas and shit is high. But tell
Even when
me,
you're not using it.
not at all. But
utilities is a big scam.
Yeah.
Water bills is one of the lowest bills you ever gonna pay. I don't know about Wilmington though.
Look, man, Delaware don't got taxes. But listen, this nigga was cleaning whole shit piles out of the toilet, but telling anybody using the water. Yeah, that's true.
My school ain't in his hometown, Philly, where the murder rate is higher than anything.
That's a good point.
Kids out of school, You know what I mean?
That's a good point. Why didn't he do it in Philly? There was plenty abandoned schools around this motherfucker.
They kids
Whole
ain't
lot
getting
of them.
education.
Because he know he
And
couldn't pull
kid,
out this scam in Philly.
that's true. That's true
The
too.
folk
It's a
would
big
But the
look.
thing
scam.
about
Yeah,
it is,
because it's
Umar
a
got a valid address in Philly. They'd have come and picked his ass up so quick.
right? And
How often is
then,
he really at the bandos? Not very often these days. He been boarded out.
right. But he keeps saying
collective
that the
type of
water
thing.
bill
Yes.
is fictitious, and but you're cleaning up big shit logs out the toilet. Somebody was shitting in that motherfucker. Yeah,
So let me
somebody
ask
was
you
taking
this.
big.
So talk to me, walk me through this. Number
Well,
one,
the issue
how
with
the state got, how the city got to that position to want to
Here's
sell
the
it,
thing.
and how you missed whatever correspondence they said.
I
they
didn't
sent.
miss it. They just stopped communicating with me because they knew they was trying to sabotage me. I didn't miss nothing.
Bullshit.
You're supposed to get a 4-year waiver.
You didn't finish filling out the form for the 4-year waiver. That's first and foremost.
Definitely didn't.
Second off, they're not going to keep reaching out to you after a certain point. They just going to start legal proceedings.
But he said he was reaching out to them, but they stopped answering. But the evidence that these people presented that they reached out to him several times and he didn't answer.
That Allison, right?
If you a nonprofit where you don't pay the vacant property registration fee,
Vacant property.
which they jumped up from about $1,500 a year to like $7.
If the school
But
is
they did that
open,
before that.
wait, bruh, if the school is open like he said it was, or ready to be open, why would it still be listed as a vacant property? Mm? It wouldn't be a vacant property, it would be occupied if that was the case, right? Okay, Jermaine.
Trying to destroy us through bleeding our account, right? So I call them up and say, yo, we nonprofit. Can we get the 4-year waiver? Your application got in too late.
They gave
You feel me?
3 times to turn in that application.
So
This was before the letters, right?
we got the letter.
I'm saying, how do we even get to the point
We
of
got to this because when I got the vacant property registration fee waiver, I asked them, can y'all retroactively apply the waiver to us? Because I remember I was late. Can y'all just do me this solid this one time? Because that's a lot of money to be paying when we living off the people's money when we should have.
Nah, what it was he partially filled out the application for the waiver. He partially filled it out and didn't complete it and felt like that was going to be enough.
Hold, sis. Pause. You just skipped over something very important. KKC caught this shit too. You run it back 15 seconds and listen to what he said. I want you to listen to every word. My brother even caught this shit. This is the
To
first time
this
he heard it.
because when I got the vacant property registration fee waiver, I asked them, can y'all retroactively apply the waiver to us? Because I remember I was late. Can y'all just do me this solid this one time? Because that's a lot of money to be paying when we living off the people's money when we should have the waiver.
Yes.
And I was told they would get back to me.
We
That's a lot of
living
money
off the
when we living off
people's
the people's
money.
money. You didn't let me finish, bro.
Look at his face though. You paused it at the right spot. Ow, ow.
Why you keep playing with me, Dave? You think he got one over on everybody? Ain't nobody fooled by Umar but people that like to be fooled. This
She in here
police
trying to hit me with
lies.
the broom, yo. Trying to hit me with the fucking broom.
That's
Uh,
husband abuse.
I don't want to say your name. Thank you for the cash app. I don't want to say your last name. I'll just say your initials, AW. Thank you for the cash app. Um, Yeah. Ouch. But look at his face when he said that. I think he realized he fucked up. Oh shit! Did I just look at his face, bro?
Just do me this solid this one
He got
time,
that.
because that's a
I
lot of
just
money
said
to be
that.
paying when we living off the people's money when we should have the waiver.
Yes.
And I was told they would get back to me. And
You can tell he full of shit.
Right.
Because he's sitting up there trying not to laugh as he tell this bold-faced lie.
And he too animated. I think when you're trying to
Look,
be
when he
genuine
finishes
with
the
the
whole
people,
sequence, he puts his hand over his face as he smiles. Watch.
right?
when we should have the waiver.
Yes.
And I was told they would get back to me.
You saw it? He was smiling right before he
Right.
Was
put
money
his hand
when we
up.
should have the waiver.
Yes.
And I was told they would get back to me. And I spoke to the person 3 times.
He put his hand over to cover his face up because he was smiling. Because he know he
Right.
full
But
of
I feel
shit.
like,
Yeah, that was a good
but
lie
I feel
right there.
like he if you being like real and honest and humble with the people, you're not too animated. You're looking straight forward at the camera so the people know that you are sincere.
I
You
got
know,
something. You ready for it,
when
bro?
you sincere about something, go ahead, go ahead.
Umar full of shit. Umar full of shit. I'ma say it 3 times like he do. Umar full of shit. He can't keep it together.
Right.
That's why the little
Like when you
smirks and the
sincere
little
about something, like you gonna look at the remember when R. Kelly was trying to be sincere? What camera am I on?
life of my
This
life.
is not me, y'all. This is my life. You're killing me. He ain't even look at the camera.
Because he's not trying to convince us. He's trying to convince Loon. Because that's one more
Oh
person in
man.
his corner. That's one more person of substance in his corner. See, he's not trying to convince the regular smegular. He's trying to convince the content creators that can prop him up, just like he sat up there in front of Charlemagne and told them lies. Yeah, Andre X. He know he playing people for the fool, and he finds it quite amusing because
Right.
he's going
And
off
the
of the
same thing,
reactions. He's feeding off of Loon right now. That's why he's not
and
looking
that's
at the camera. Every once in a while, he rolls
right.
the camera. That's why you get him covering it up when he laughing and shit. Oh,
He
his
knows
little
he's lying to Loom, and Loom is convincing the people that he isn't lying. So he's gonna feed
right.
off
Because
of
Loon's
Loom.
sitting up here. Look, let's put an example up. How Lene was up here making up excuses for Maryanne. That's the same thing Loon doing for Umar right now. You expand Umar tell a lie, and then you gonna expand on it to make it seem valid. People feel like they can't speak up against big content creators, and that's why he tries to get all of the big content creators on his side. And the other content creators, he calls them struggle streamers. Say it with me, family. Umar full of shit. Umar full of shit. We gonna say it 3 times like he do. Umar full of shit.
On the phone, and she kept saying, I'm going to get back to you. And I emailed her 3 times, and she never responded. And the next thing you know, they trying to sell the school without any.
You hear that sing-songy tone, bro? Brother. Ramil. Listen to him. It's a cadence to the way he talking. He weaving the lie for you.
On the phone, and she kept saying, I'm going to get back to you. And I emailed her 3 times, and she never responded. And the next thing you know, they trying to sell the school without any notice.
Sell the school.
Some bullshit.
I think the proof is in, you feel me? I never dropped the ball. They
Shit.
stopped communicating.
The city of Wilmington gave out a direct timeline of them trying to reach out to you, Umar.
Names, dates, times,
Phone
all the time,
calls, the number they called, all that shit.
all
I
that.
don't know.
It,
Who
it.
you trying to
And then the crazy
homicide
part
on?
about it, but sis, the crazy part about it is he told the people to call up there and ask why. And these motherfuckers called up and asked
And they
why.
told you. Yeah, he talking about he sent the email 3 times, just like you repeat everything 3 times, Umar. I can't with him.
It is always in threes. And just like he said, yeah. He definitely did say that the last few sentences ago. 3 times this, 3 times I did that, 3 times I did this. That's when you know a motherfucker lying because they always use the same amount of numbers. Like with young Pharaoh, 80%. Anytime he bring up statistics, it's always 80%. Nigga lying.
Because that's the easy. If you keep the same numbers, you know it's easier to tell the lie because then you don't have to worry about what number you putting out. Just the rest of the lie. One less thing to worry
Right.
about.
I
Kicking
got a
with me
feeling that
on
YouTube
purpose.
is breeding detectives.
Now,
And they
when
were
you
going to
acquire,
You got a feeling YouTube is what?
Breeding detectives.
Ain't nobody got no choice.
They turning
Because
us all into detectives.
look, the proper authorities are not investigating this stuff. Social media platforms do not, and it's a balance because if they did everything they could to keep scammers off here, people would say they're restricting their rights.
Facts.
So it's a balance. But in that balance, we have scammers free ranging across the internet.
It's fucking ridiculous.
You know what's crazy? I was supposed to be out the country.
yeah,
They
you would
knew
have
what
been
they were doing,
gone.
bro.
You would have been gone.
They were going to sell the school when I was out the country. When I came back,
They
sorry,
don't
somebody
sell
else owns
something
it.
that fast,
I didn't know
sir.
it was that easy. And then I started talking to property owners. They say, Doc, they doing it in New York. These Zionists and other people, they getting people deeds and faking. I said, they can literally
Oh,
take your home that you owned your whole life that easy? Yeah.
see how it becomes a group of people? I noticed this with these scammer niggas. Whenever they want to blame somebody, it's a group of people.
Just
Zionists,
because if
struggle
it's a group
streamers,
of people,
haters.
then it's a conspiracy. And when it's a conspiracy, then everybody wants to help you prove it. And they're not going to believe
Right.
anything the other side said because it's a conspiracy against you.
Conspiracy. Right. Right. Those it's like triggering for cult followers.
Mhm.
Conspiracy.
Yep.
Yo, something need to be done about that.
Wow.
You should have to be able to appear in person. You feel me?
Yeah.
Bro,
They're not
that
going
was
to wait
crazy.
for
Not
you
it's,
to
it's
appear
heavy.
in person and
Now,
take some
No
goddamn
notice stuck it on the
what,
door.
what I'm trying to understand is you get these buildings.
Wait, he
There's
said no
it was a
notice on the
charter
door.
school, no
Oh,
longer a
whoa,
school. So
whoa,
it did this.
Yeah, it was a notice on the door.
whoa. First you try to say that the struggle streamers took the notice off the door.
Now he's saying
And
there
if
was
it
no
wasn't
notice.
for the one person that got the other notice from the other school, you wouldn't have never known. But now you're saying that they never gave you no notice on the door. Listen to what he just said. He said no notice on the door.
Ah,
I
right.
thought this how they started
He tell more
because they
stories
put
than
a notice.
doctors.
Right.
Yeah.
Bro, that was crazy.
Not it's heavy. Now,
No notice stuck it on the door.
what I'm trying to understand is you
No
get these
notice.
buildings.
Stuck it on the door.
It was a charter school, no longer a school. So did the city
It
classify
stopped.
the vacant buildings because it's not a school?
Yeah, because it wasn't being used.
Right.
Right. So
And-
it's considered
And so
vacant.
there's a fee associated with when you
Annual
acquire these
fee.
buildings and they're vacant.
It's the vacant property registration fee.
Okay, and
So
that's
they know
every
that
year.
somebody is still attached to it and working on it,
Okay,
whatever.
okay.
Now, mind you, all of our repairs have been done for 2-3 years now. Technically, we should have already been done. The problem is I decided to paint the building. I should have went for inspection first. You feel me? When I decided to paint the building and let all the volunteers come in, that ended up taking us over a year to get it done precise, right? In retrospect, Loon, I should have saved the paint till after we passed inspection.
Right.
We'd probably already be open with students right now.
Right,
That was a
right,
mistake
right.
I made.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
retrospect.
yeah.
I was so caught up in the look instead of saying, wait, time out. What do you need just to get your paperwork?
Yes.
Save the paint.
Right.
Historical error.
Yes.
Historical
Do you think, looking back at everything that has happened with the school,
If you go back to those videos when he first got the school, he opens up this one when the inspector was going through. And the inspector was like, "You gonna have to get rid of all this. All this is considered hazardous waste." It was cans of paint in there. It's the same paint that he used in that painting party to paint the building. So he wasn't out no money, and because the paint was already there, and he got volunteers to paint the building.
And
his donors.
hold on, first of all, are you free and clear of whatever paperwork that they put on the door?
Well, remember
is
we had
that
to
taken
pay it.
care of?
Remember we had to pay it
By a certain date.
Notice when he asked the question, he deflected off.
Right.
Hold on, first of all, are you free and clear of whatever paperwork that they put on the door?
Well, remember
is
we had
that
to
taken
pay
care
it.
of?
Remember we had to pay it
By a certain.
Say what?
I understand that this dude is he doesn't seem stupid. This dude, Loom, he doesn't seem stupid. He seems intelligent enough to see around the line. I hope the case is that he's just doing what we did with Maryanne. Let this motherfucker talk and tell on himself.
He friends with
I hope that's
Charlamagne.
the case.
Do you
But
need
the nigga,
anything else?
the interviewer is
Yes.
uh
He's friends with Charlamagne. This should tell you what this is. How you think he got Umar number? Hey, Charlamagne, let me get Umar number. I want to do an interview real quick. My number's kind of low right now.
oh yeah. Oh well,
If
then
I'm
I have no
cognitively
faith in him.
graded, Jay Charles, does that make you a Mensa candidate? I'm kind of confused here.
Wait, what happened?
Date.
and we paid it.
Jay Charles in the chat.
Oh, I'll find it.
Okay.
In bulk. They were counting on me
Not having it.
not having it. And I walked in there with the whole thing.
Yeah, as you should. As you should. They think you.
like this Negro.
Yeah. So, do you feel as though that
Right
that you've
after you had
It
mishandled it?
bothers me because Wilmington is a predominantly black city, predominantly.
He probably think he outsmarted them so well, but all you did was potentially fell into their trap. Because when they shut your bank account down, you asked for more donations. So they probably knew what you had in that account probably was nothing. And then you pop up with the money to pay it. I don't know about you, but these motherfuckers work a lot smarter than you think. He really think he is at these motherfuckers levels. These motherfuckers have been doing this shit for how long?
Years and years and years.
You really think you can run circles around? You got to be delusional. These motherfuckers have wrote books on this shit and teach it to their their what the word I'm looking for? Their replacements. The kids, the grandkids, they teach it down the lane and they perfect it as they go. Now all these years these motherfuckers been doing this and setting motherfuckers up or just locking people up, whether they set them up or locked them up. You think that you really outsmarted them with that?
You think
If
he's
they
smarter
really are.
than man. That's cute.
Yeah, you really this shit is really going to your head. And this is what I fear from the internet of my channel getting big. And that's why I'm glad I got the people around me that's gonna knock me back off the pedestal. If I ever get on that motherfucker. I need people around me that's gonna knock me. If I get put on that pedestal, I need some motherfuckers that's gonna knock me off of it when it's time to.
From what
Before
I
the public
understand,
does.
oh my bad. From what I understand of the process of debanking, the way it's used, it's not a word somebody uses like, oh, I was debanked. From what I read, but I could be reading that wrong. I'm not infallible, and I don't pretend to be.
Right.
Right,
You
and
ain't how
Black city government and bureaucracy. It bothers me that nobody in that city government cared enough about my project to not even make a phone call to me, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody know my
Wait,
numbers.
why did they
You feel
still
me?
pause?
Like, damn, y'all that.
They called you multiple times, Umar.
Not only that, these motherfuckers are politicians. They got whole neighborhoods to worry about, more than to worry about what the fuck you got.
You done hit the mute button on yourself, bro.
I know.
Trifling.
But yeah,
All y'all
these
see this
motherfuckers got
about
more
the
shit to worry about.
nobody go.
No, go ahead. That's all I want to say. These motherfuckers got way more shit to worry about than what you got going on. They got their own lives. Not only that, they got a whole city to run. And if they know you faking the funk, you lucky they ain't just
waiting. If
you
it's a
know.
politician, they waiting for a good reason to put your name out there to make themselves look good. You don't know you
Exactly.
just
If
sitting
you're
over there
not doing
banking in the
nothing
other
that's
people.
right, if you're not doing nothing that's helping put them or the city on the map, you're not beneficial. Why the fuck should they care? If anything, you're making the city look bad. You keep
Cheryl,
blaming them, trying to say he's sabotaging you. Go ahead.
I don't. You have to be there. Like
Even if
people
you
in
call your
Philly would
cousin up,
need
I
to
know you
call.
listen to Dr. Umar. Send him a
That's
DM
called a
and let,
national
bro.
It's
elder
crazy.
They was in the
hotline.
And
bro,
then
my
I was
own
seeing
people, man.
it was crazy. I was seeing stuff online from like white supremacists and other people, like your haters, your detractors and stuff, saying, I'm gonna try to buy the building just to bulldozer it and think. And I'm saying, oh shit,
It would have been better
this is more
off.
meaningful than just this little thing Dr. Umar's working on. You got white supremacists understanding that there's this black dude working on this school in Wilmington, Delaware. They were saying that I'm gonna buy the school.
What white supremacist is gonna go against a black affinity scammer? Black affinity scammer meaning this black man is scamming other black people. What
Right.
what
And then the thing about
racist
it is,
person is
I would
gonna
have
want
rather
to stop?
go ahead.
I'm saying, what racist person? If I'm white and I don't like black people, and I see a black person
Uh-huh.
scamming other black people, I'm going to
I'm gonna help him.
invest in that. I'm not going
Right.
to try to tear him down because he's exactly what I need. I don't even have to do nothing if
Right.
he here.
Right. And then the thing about it is too, it would have been better if the dude was telling the truth and really did knock the fucking buildings down. Then the whole community won't be poisoned from black mold. So it's a win-win, to be
You would
honest with you.
think, but according to them, this is bad.
Bulldozer the school and just like, I think dude said, I'll put a toilet. Only thing gonna be there is a toilet. It was something crazy, but I'm saying that I didn't think that it garnered that kind of attention from white people.
But
Didn't.
progress is always a threat. And you change nothing about a people until you change their consciousness and mentality. In the immediate future, it may not matter much to some people. But the long ball, we own it.
Yes.
Because this is just the first of many.
Yeah, that's that's the problem, right?
That's the problem. They're looking at the growth. If this pops,
if it works, it's a problem.
The momentum gonna be crazy.
Do you think that you've mishandled any of the processes?
Nah. The only thing that could have made this better is if the contractors we hired to do their work had integrity. We can't.
Would you admit if you had fell short somewhere?
Sure.
Is that hard for you to admit?
Nah.
Because of everyone watching?
Nah. The only thing that took time was we kept getting scammed by people we were referred to do the work. We got scammed by everybody. Everybody, bro. And then we went to the white people and they did the work. You know how painful that is, bro? To have your people take the money, not do the work, and you go to the white people and they knock it out.
Wow. That's crazy. There's also an idea out there that Dr. Umar should have did an online school. Dr. Umar should have went that way.
But if you want an online school, go open up one.
I'm asking you.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying them.
What's your feelings on that?
My vision is my vision.
Right.
Now, KKC brought up sorry for the loud noise in the background. My kids running around. It's Friday. You already know what it is. They're playing music and all that. But KKC brought up the flyer. If you gotta go to his channel, he put up the flyer. Umar Johnson was trying to start an online school for $325 per student a month, with a bare minimum of 40 students. Far as I know, the information that I think was given, he collected the money for the
The
school,
money, but the school never happened.
but the school never opened. Yeah, exactly. He collected the. That's how. That when you're streaming, the hours go by really quick and you don't even notice. But yeah, he collected the money for the school. But the school never came around. But now he's sitting here talking as if he never did it and it was never an idea for him. Oh man, I wish I would have screenshotted that flyer. Let me see if I can go in there and you can play it. I'm gonna see if I can go in the video and screenshot the flyer.
Do you see that? If Loon says I'm gonna open up a studio downtown in the biggest building, who are you to go and tell Loon to put it in his basement? That's his dream, his vision. If you want a podcast studio in your basement, go put it in your basement. But you don't impose your low expectations on the next man. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm living for the future. I'm not living for you.
Do you understand?
And there's no proof that online schools
That's
are better.
what I was finna
And
ask.
if you go back to COVID, Loon, you should remember this. When our kids were forced to be at home and learn, it was a disaster, bro. Do you not remember that?
Oh, man.
Did you see the teachers? They say, yeah, he's online, but he got a separate screen watching porn while the class. Do you feel me?
And you really are trying to affect our boys in a positive way.
Now, did you see the suicide rate for black girls went through the roof during COVID schooling? Because the home is so toxic. That's where they get molested, abused. Look. Online, or you after COVID? You got black people still talking about an online school. They not serious.
That's a great.
Every child out there is not living in a bad environment. Every child that comes from a low income household is not living in a bad environment. Everybody that is low income is not a molester, is not a bad person. He act like every black household is in, I can't stand him.
Fucking point.
Most of our kids are raised by single moms who got to work so many jobs that they can't be home to properly supervise them. What about the obesity in black kids, Loon? They're not moving. What you want an online school for? You lazy slop. You know what bothers me about it, Loon? When it's time to go to the club, we want the.
I dare you.
You gotta have supervised visitation.
Sitting like a fucking walrus. Talking about what about the obese kids? What about Joe obese ass? Fuck you gonna tell a kid not to be obese and you obese?
There is a nationwide problem with obesity, not just among black children, among all children. So I don't know what he's talking about.
But I understand my grandparents now when they used to be like, don't tell your kids not to smoke when you smoking right in front of them all damn day. I just sent you the picture of the flyer too.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. Umar Ifantunde, Black Excellence Online Homeschool Academy, September 20th through September 2020 through June 2021. $325 a month, 4th grade, African males only, 40 students maximum. Math, science, civics, language arts, Pan-Africanism, and African spirituality. What about English, social studies?
You don't want them to learn nothing but Pan-Africanism.
best. When it's time to get a new car, we want the best. When it's time to buy a house, we want the best. When it's time to party or vacation, we want the best. But when it's time to educate our kids, we will accept the bare minimum. Look at that, an online school. So your fat, lazy ass kid can just sit there and do, you feel me?
Oh,
Come on, man.
I'm with you. Let me ask you this.
You know how much you can do with a real school compared to online? The only reason why online schools are popular is because they cater to lazy kids.
he said because so your fat, lazy ass kid can sit around. So the people have been funding you, so your fat, lazy ass can sit around. So what you're saying
Right.
is you don't want the money to go to the fat, lazy kids. You want the money to go to your fat, lazy ass.
Is he even gonna be teaching at the school?
No, he's gonna be the principal in the quote unquote history teacher, which he can't be both.
That means he teaching Pan African studies
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
ain't no history
And,
on
and, and,
there.
and the thing about it, bro, it's a non-accredited school. So if the kids go there from 6th to 12th grade, they can't go to college
Look,
because
that doesn't
those
work
grades don't fucking
because
count.
every child has to go to school up to a certain age in the United States of America. You can't send a child to a school that's not approved by the United States or by the state.
Exactly. And the only way to do that is to take some money from the
And then
motherfuckers
they can actually
or
school you
accept
to
their
Dr.
curriculum.
Umar school. That
Yup.
Now, the school has to be accredited in some type of way. The only unaccredited schools are above K-12. K
But
through
hold on,
12
my,
has
my,
to
my
be
brother just made a
accredited.
good point. My brother just made a good point. If they are discriminating against Dr. Umar, right, sabotaging him because of his beliefs and what he wants to do, imagine what's going to happen to the kids that go to that school and they tell they tell where they went to school with and who was their
They
school.
can't because you can't get into college without a college diploma, not a high school diploma or a GED, right? So if you
No,
go to
I get
Umar
that, sis.
school, wait, so if
I
you
get
go to
that, but
Umar
I'm just
school,
going off with
okay,
his argument.
if you go to school, K to 12, in order
Uh huh.
to apply to a college, you would have to have either a high school diploma or a GED, right?
right, right.
Right.
Umar cannot give you either of those things
So how
because it has to
Right.
go through the state. That's what I'm saying. These children wouldn't
Right.
last
I
a
get
year
that.
there because their parents would be in jail for truancy.
Right. Right, but I get that part, but I'm just going off of his argument of how they're trying to sabotage him, they hate him. So imagine what the kids would go through when they found out that the kids went to your school. Let's just say somehow he does get accredited, but they still hate him because of his religious belief and they want to
he definitely
sabotage
ain't
him.
getting into white schools?
Those kids are not getting anywhere because they hate the school that they came from, according to Umar. So this whole school thing is a fucking lose lose all around for the kids. That's what we trying to say. If they hate
Yeah,
you so
but
much,
what I'm
what the fuck
saying
makes you think they're
is
gonna accept your kids?
if they hate him so much, they would never allow him to open the school in the first place. But see, all of this is just a
Fact.
smoke
They wouldn't even
screen
let him
for the
buy the
fact
building.
all of this is just a smoke screen for the fact that he ain't building no school. Family, the money gone. There
Right.
is no money. He
That's
has
a
done no
Ponzi scheme.
renovations.
That's
Right.
his Ponzi scheme.
Right. That's what we've been trying to say.
Yeah, it's
FDMG family.
and
The
like I
money
said,
gone. That's
they
basically
don't hit up
FDMG
Ponzi schemes
family.
until they done
Money
ran
gone.
their course. When they've ran their
Right.
course, the people that were hardest affected, they go to the authorities. And what do I keep saying about black people? They don't like going to the authorities. I don't want to send another black man to jail. Some people need to have their asses
I'm
in jail.
putting your black ass in jail.
Some
I
people
can't
need to
stand the
be in jail.
motherfuckers that go around talking about, oh yeah, free my homie, even though he done slaughtered 17 people in the neighborhood. Yeah,
Start smoking my cigarettes, man.
when she ain't got none.
And they cater to people who want to keep as much overhead as possible.
That's what
Because
it
it ain't no
really
overhead. You
is.
ain't got no
Yeah.
school buses, no school
Right.
lunch, no class.
Nothing. Yeah, just take the money.
They'd have been.
Yeah,
If the quote unquote man was after Umar, they'd have been had his ass in jail. He'd be on like his 10th year in jail by now.
Yeah,
come on.
And that's what I was about to say. If you were really money hungry, like
I would have did online.
That's what I'm saying.
You know how many people
You would be
Y'all said something?
I say by 2030.
Mm-hmm.
global.
That's my prediction.
Right now.
By
You know how many people
2030.
approach me saying you need to do this and I can help you, bro? Just your name? I'm like, y'all don't get it. That ain't the way we fix this. That ain't the way we fix this. Oh, I see them on the computer. No, they got to be in my face. They need to feel me. Drop and give me 20 right now. You feel me? I tell people like, are you sure you gonna be able to get it?
Now you see why I brought, but why I see why KKC brought that up. I didn't catch it at first. I just thought he was just putting it up just to show that he actually tried it. But you right here, you're claiming, people came to me and blah 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 blah, but you actually did, and you collected the money.
It was just another money grab.
Right. But now that you can't go back and do that shit, you feel what I'm saying? You're a flip flopper, a wish washer. This shit is fucking ridiculous.
Allison, that is where he need to be, but he give him a couple more years. This game running out his last leg.
First of all, we starting small. Second of all, are you kidding? Once your son come to that school one day, if you try to take him out, he ain't gonna leave. You feel me? Once he get a taste of what we doing in there, he ain't leaving.
I'm glad with everything being said about you and all of the detractors, it doesn't put your fire.
I'm sure that you're not going to be able to take your child out of the school. I'm pretty sure that fucking school. He don't got nothing to do with them motherfuckers. These kids came out on the internet saying they don't know this nigga. He worse than us.
Judge. He dropped out the 5 push-ups and myocardial infarction.
And his daughter came out. His daughter came out, exposed them earlier this year, saying, this nigga ain't never been there. I barely know this motherfucker. I reached out to him. This nigga be in Philly all the time. I never seen him. No birthdays,
one
holidays.
of those children, he had supervised visitation, but he ain't trying to see the children.
Both of the children. Both of the children that we know of, he had supervised visitations. And that's why everybody was like, you got to be the fucking problem, because it's one thing to have one. You can have one bitter baby mom. But then the second one is saying the same thing and you got the same issue. Oh no, nigga. That's just like with my first baby mom, I'm going through what I went through with her, and then my wife right now say the same thing. No, nigga, that's my fault. I did whatever I did the first time, I did the second time. You would never hear that from my wife because I'm here day in and day out. You kids is up my ass 24/7. You feel me? What happened with my first baby mom, I was young, dumb, and I panicked, and I wanted to still be in these streets, and I wasn't listening. It's not like I did anything like physically wrong or anything. It's just that I was young and immature, and she matured faster than I did. Period.
Fire out.
No.
That's one of the most important things.
Sir.
Like even when Young Thug, I was around him when a lot of stuff was going on online, and I was, I personally know these people. Yeah. So it's like, I like to see that that fire don't die, even when the controversy high, even when it's, I'm behind schedule, I'm running behind.
And you know why, Loon? Because I got too many elders who are counting on me to give them a victory before they leave here, bro.
What elders?
I had an elder. This past week, I heard from 3 elders, bro, who I never knew before, right? One brother called, he said, yo, Dr. Umar, I'm sitting here with my mom watching you. She 82. Put him on the phone. Dr. Umar, don't you stop. You keep doing, don't you you feel me? I had another elder. She was like in her 70s. Like, why these elders hit me up today? And I said, I know why. That's the ancestors sending them to say, listen, don't you get caught up in that online hype. You got old folks here who need a victory before they go. They've been donating to that school. They need to see it over. They need this.
Yeah, for sure. And you saying you're about finished. You're about.
Oh, we done.
You're done. You're waiting on inspection. Yes.
I haven't applied for it yet. We need to clean out the school now. You feel me? Now you got to
right. Make it got a little speak and span when they come through.
Yeah, I want to clean. I mean,
I would want to speak and span.
I'm not gonna wait for us to do the.
He said the school is done, but I'm waiting for the inspection.
If you got any relatives over 70 and up, and they done took so many motherfucking L's, they are not waiting for the Umar to finish no school. As many as like issues that they had that affected the entire community fall through or happened. They either happened or fell through. You think that they are only focused on a school that's only going to help not even 1% of the community? You out of your fucking mind.
The waxing, that could wait till after.
Not the waxing,
you
but
feel me?
I'm
But
just saying,
sweep it out real good, enough for them to walk and not fall over screwdrivers. And, you know what I mean? Left. You know what I mean? We just want to clean.
Now,
it out.
if you had to speak to a black parent, what would you say that your school is designed to fix that public schools can't for black children?
Public school ain't designed to be honest with you, you should need no convincing from public school. But what are we going to give them? We're going to give black boys the self-love that a black boy should have. We're going to give them manhood, leadership training, knowledge of self, and the ability to go out into this world and do anything they want to do with themselves. But they ain't even have to ask.
Right.
Because after 1 month, they'll see a transformation in a month that they ain't seen in years over there. You feel me? The proof going to be in the pudding. The proof going to be in the pudding.
And so much as I believe in you and you know I...
What you say, bro?
He trying to get our little boys killed.
He ain't worried about owning that school. He ain't worried about nobody, little black boys, not even his own if he got one.
Yeah, but
ain't
like
worried
my
about
brother
nothing but
said,
self.
he said he gonna teach him everything but actual education.
Family, the money gone. He doesn't have the money to renovate that building. He doesn't have the money to fix that building. He doesn't have the money for the permit. He doesn't have the money for the contractor to do the renovation. So all of the rest of it is moot. He just lying.
Give me a month on the internet, and I bet you I know as much as history as this motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean that's how it usually goes, but
What do you say?
no, you got it. He said you can give me a month on the internet. Now I know as much as history as this motherfucker.
He don't know no history though. He knows specific dates from specific things.
Everything that
and
Dr. Ben said.
Yeah, he knows nothing else. Umar is full of shit. Okay, it's time for the recitation, family. Let's start. Umar is full of shit. Umar is full of shit. We gonna say it 3 times like he do. Umar is full of shit.
Umar is full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Umar is full of shit.
You have to keep
bro,
telling
we
yourself.
got pictures of him in college with white women. With the dashiki on.
Umar has no mission statement. Look, from beginning to end. From beginning to end, this was a scam. He came stepping on the scene with somebody else's information that he figured nobody knew about because it was Afrocentric, not Pan-African, Afrocentric. Okay, that's first and foremost. Most of this information that Umar is putting out was debunked in the late 90s. Okay, he didn't step on the scene until what, the early 2000s?
No, yeah, it was about that.
Yeah, so from beginning to end, Umar has been and will forever be full of shit.
Well, shit. Hold on, sis. I don't mean to get off topic, but I just opened a fortune cookie. And guess what this shit? Well, my daughter just opened a fortune cookie. Guess what this shit just said?
What?
Seek professional help when you need for your mental health.
What Chinese restaurant y'all going to?
He said, "Look what he said. This was a fucking fortune cookie." It was the
Okay,
right.
so
It was the right topic though. Make
he
that a
started
fortune.
in
We're thinking
2010.
about somebody with mental health issues.
Yes. Look, he started in 2010. That's 16 years. When he came out, that information was from a book from the 1990s. Umar couldn't get into a HBCU, Allison. No, this
Nope.
is one of them homegrown.
He went to Millersville. He
This
went
is
to
one of these
Millersville. My mommy and
homegrown
them went.
agents. They don't even have to do anything anymore. This is just that scammer mentality.
Rock with you, and we've been friends for years.
My
'cause
hardest job is turning away parents when the class size max, because I don't want to overburden my teachers. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Can't have but so many. I'm looking at 20,
You don't have any
25, right? I don't want to go 30 like public school. You feel me? And I know once we max, that's when it's going to hurt.
Right.
Dr. Umar, they trying to put him on. I can't. You feel me?
25 teachers
And then that's when I got to tell them, you see that?
for two schools.
No,
He only
per
want 25
wait,
teachers.
per classroom, 20 to 25 students per classroom. He doesn't want 30 students per classroom like public schools. He's saying he doesn't want to burden the teachers, but he didn't name a number of teachers. Therefore, there couldn't be a number of students. See, the
Yeah,
lies
those
half-assed.
teachers they have assistants. In public schools, some of those teachers have assistants. And I know, and especially if you got an
They're
IEP,
required to have
if you got
assistants
if
these
you got
days because of the IEP
yeah,
program.
right. If
They
you
no
got a
longer
certain
have
amount
to.
of IEP, which I had, I grew out of it. I had the helmet on. It's like, nah, I'm fucking with you. But I did have an IEP, and it worked out great for me because I hated to read. They realized that I could read, I just hated it. But I had an assistant that walked around with me during elementary school, and by the time I got to middle school and ninth grade, I grew out of it. Same thing with my brother, and same thing with a lot of people, other people that I knew that they would put on that stuff. Yeah, and we just
Look,
hated the shit.
education is
We
an
just didn't
offense
have
of the
anything that was
no.
interesting to us to read until we
Look,
got like book like The Outsiders, Maniac McGee, and shit like
half
that.
of the
Yeah,
issue with public education is that it was used to keep down an entire race of people. And instead of reforming, they just chop certain stuff out, like home education and the tech degree. If you didn't get a college degree, you got a tech degree, which would put you on a tech track and you would go to a tech school afterwards. They cut that out. So now there's no tech schools. People have to go, and find this shit for themselves, or go find some. If you're a plumber, you got to go find a plumber to journeyman with, to go and get your plumbing license and shit. They cut a whole lot of programs out because they said they were unfair to Black people. But in the matter of fact, the program itself was fair, but the people that were running the program in the first place were unfair. Once you take that element out, then it would have gotten better. But instead of doing that, they just reformed everything, put everybody on a college track because you have to pay to get into college.
That school across the street, the Frederick Douglass building, we need money to get it right. Once we get that up, you
He
feel
doesn't
me?
even
That's,
have
that's
the
what I got to
bachelor's.
tell.
That's another
move to the next one.
That's going to be the hardest part of the job.
Right. Do you ever look at it and say, because your heart is in the right place, your mission is in the right place, do you ever feel like you under-engineered this?
What you mean?
You just didn't think it all the way through.
No,
with some of the
Nah.
well, you do have certain things that's taking place, like the note on the door or little things.
That.
Well,
I don't control getting debanked. I don't control them not returning my calls and emails, deliberately ignoring me. I don't control that.
Nobody's doing that.
Well, there's also a side of it to where if they are ignoring you and you know that conversation has been had, that you take the initiative to know, I have buildings over there. Y'all reached out at some point and now y'all are ignoring me. Of course, you shouldn't have to. They should reach out to you.
They still ignore it.
What?
Yeah. What? I'm hoping we over that now.
Yeah.
But it's at a point now, because they made it kind of clear that they don't want me there with their behavior. It's at a point where, and I hope it don't go there, where I'm going to have to call all my supporters from around the world
ask you that.
and march on the city. I hope it don't go
So
there.
now they marching
if they don't
on
stop,
Wilmington, y'all.
I'm going to have to go there. I haven't met with the mayor yet, though, so maybe I need to go there first if this keeps up. I need to talk to him personally, because if he don't intervene, then we go to.
If I'm not mistaken, when you call the city public works, like the electric company and shit, when you all calls are recorded for quality assurance. There's a reason behind that. It's not for quality assurance. It's so that you can't call and lie on the people answering the phones or say you didn't get the call. It's 2026, y'all. It's not 1952. Okay, Ace, just put it in the chat.
The streets, I can at least tell the media I went to the
Nothing.
top guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I've only communicated with the mayor's chief of staff, and he was no help at all. You know what I mean? He didn't give me no answer as to why I was being.
How is anybody in this day and age gonna work for free? Everybody has bills.
Ignored any of that. So he was
That's
useless,
craziness.
right? And he's black.
Yeah.
Right. And then the person under him lied and communicated with one of the struggle streamers and said that the city has been in constant contact with me. That was a complete lie. And I got with the chief of staff. I said, you need to talk to him. Not only is he talking to haters on YouTube, which I don't think is professional, he putting out misinformation. If it's one thing that they do that I don't like, aside from trying to sell the school, like if you say, what's the on? They share too much
Albert Lanier, well,
of our information with people who ain't got no business knowing. You feel me? And that's something I'm gonna have to look into with an attorney too as well, because I was told they're not supposed to do that. Like people should not be able to call a city and just get any information about you and your school that they want.
into her too much.
You feel me? It's very, when they know you're the only one who interfaces with the city.
I was never a part of the conscious community, whatever you want to call it. I just popped in one day and heard some shit, and I was like, wait, no, that's not right. And that's how I ran into polite ass. And I just couldn't take it. And then I ran into Umar ass, and I'm like, this motherfucker here. Then Nature Boy popped out the bushes, and I'm like, this motherfucker here. See, I've been researching cults for a while. And then I ran across Polite, which brought me to York, and I started researching that. Then I kind of became the de facto Polite everybody was pro-polite, so I was like one of the only anti-polite people out there that actually spoke up. Thank you, Seven. So
I came out this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You put some snap meal for the night. That's what's up, Seven. Appreciate that. I just put it in the chat to help reach the goal. And trips info. One right here, go right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull a side netter. Just $5 more, family. Just $5 more. Oh Lord.
Oh, what you got, man?
He talking about they gonna march on the city of Wilmington behind this non-de facto school that ain't never coming.
Y'all know that. So why
Negro, please. You look like you gon' look like you know them YouTube channels where they go around and give homeless people haircuts and shit. He looked like the before picture on one of those. We ain't got no after shot.
You're just talking to random people. I know some of that is hate.
Yeah.
Right? But legally, I got to look into that because I got a couple free with my information.
Right. I got a couple different questions. With you going through that with the city, do you really feel in your heart that you can mobilize black people in that way to march on the city? And I don't mean a couple hundred. I mean like.
I think so. There's no way to know except to do it. But I think we can, especially if they know the school done, which it is, and they playing around with this permit, because this next thing is really going to decide, you feel me? Are they going to give us are they going to play a million games? I mean, I'm going to work with them a little bit. But once I get to the point where I'm like, you know what? They don't intend to give us the permit. They're just going to dog walk us the whole time. I'll probably consult with an attorney first. Definitely got to meet with the lawyer, the mayor. And then after that, we probably got to get a permit to march on the city, get the media
your guess
involved.
is just as good
You
as
know,
mine, baby.
and go, and then we might got to,
Yeah.
because we've definitely been discriminated against. So we
Already.
yeah. When what they did with trying to sell the school, that was low. So we've been discriminated against already. So it may be trying.
If they would have sold the school behind your back, say you were.
Listen to the pity the po me story. They tried to sell the school from under me, family. They tried to wait until I was out of the country and had no recourse to take the school from me, family.
They've been calling your black ass for months.
It's all a conspiracy against Cola Umar.
No,
Yo,
they said Ghana don't want him over there.
I
He
can't
got a
with him.
citizenship over there.
You sitting over there looking rough, scruffy, and homeless, talking about the quote unquote man is out to get you, and you gonna march on the city of Wilmington. Boy,
what I don't get is if you're trying to open up a school in America, why the fuck are you getting a citizenship in Ghana?
Cause he ain't got no plans. Ain't no school. Ain't no school,
He's
baby.
about to take that money, well, that he thought he was going to have. He thought that shit was going to keep coming in the same rate that it was. It probably came at a steady rate for enough for him to get comfortable and think that, okay, it's going to keep coming like this. I'm going to go to Ghana and get my shit, and when the shit hit the fan, I'm out. That would be my exit plan. I'm trying to think logic with how he would be.
Do most
That would be
scammers
my
have an
exit plan.
exit plan?
Right. That would be my exit plan.
Do most scammers have an
Ghana
exit
ain't got no
plan?
expedite.
The answer to that is no.
Right.
Most scammers do not have an exit plan. Umar does not have. Y'all be giving him too much credit. How much does a citizenship to Ghana cost?
That nigga, but y'all gotta think about it.
Ghanaian dollars, or well, it ain't that much, 1,800 for the application. But here goes the thing: one of those people that he knows over there probably sponsored that shit.
Right. But you gotta think about it though. Umar is a narcissist. He believes he is smarter not only than the black community, he believes he's smarter than the white man as well. He believes he knows that when they're watching him and when they don't. He just described this. He believes he can outsmart the world.
His own mouth.
These white men have been doing this shit for centuries.
No, do you think that Umar believes the shit that comes out of his own mouth?
I believe that eventually, if you keep repeating it to yourself, we watched it with Pharaoh.
But the lie changes every 5 minutes. Pharaoh's lie stays consistent.
No, his changed just as much as his.
Umar lied during the same.
No, you're right. Pharaoh's lies evolved. They evolved.
Right.
Changing and evolving are kind of like two different things when it comes to a lie.
Umar knows good and damn well what he's doing. Okay, that's first off. Pharaoh is that boy cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for real. Umar is lucid. He's not a narcissist. He might have a tad bit of megalomania, but he's not a narcissist. But he thinks he's so good that they're never going to catch on to the scam.
Right.
Umar has no exit plan. Umar has no money. Umar just randomly goes out and does shit because he thinks it looks good. Has anybody actually seen the actual paperwork that says that he's now a Ghanaian citizen?
Now that I think about it, no. Not I ain't see him when he was doing the video claiming that shit. I ain't see him hold up not one document.
Look, when you be sitting up here talking about, well, he said he be lying. He just say whatever sound good at the time. He don't believe none of this shit. If he did, he would not contradict himself 5 minutes later.
Right. He would at least look at the last thing that he said and make sure that he keeps you recording your lies, bro.
He's a
That's the
liar
crazy thing about the internet. You motherfuckers are recording your lies and still not going back and
because he doesn't
remembering what
think
you said
we're
last
that
time.
smart. He thinks we're that dumb. Okay?
73 points.
He's not going for the brightest and shiniest apple in the barrel. He going for the one that's scuffed up down at the bottom.
That's a fact.
He going for people that don't know no better. He's not going for people that's gonna push back, because when you got pushback, then you're not getting donations.
Facts.
This is why we're all struggle streamers. Repeat it with me, family. Umar's full of shit. Umar's full of shit. I'ma say it 3 times like he do. Umar's full of shit. You don't. That means you don't take anything coming out of his mouth seriously. He don't think the man's after him. He know good and goddamn well Wilmington been trying to contact him. Come on now, these people got records. His phone got records. He know exactly how many calls he done dipped from answering from the city of Wilmington, water department, light department, the courthouse where they keep the deeds and
PayPal.
property records. Huh?
7, I appreciate that PayPal. I didn't see my PayPal when he sent it to me. So I wanted to thank 7 for the PayPal.
Did he send that for me?
I thought he sent something for you. Hold on, let me check the message.
PayPal now.
Let me check.
And of course, we're in hypothetical land. If they would have sucked all the air out of you.
Nah.
Still got 5 burned. They took the school. I'm still.
When they sabotaged Marcus Garvey's Black Star Line Steamship Corporation, which was incorporated in Delaware, he started the Black Cross Navigation. You got to keep going.
Damn.
You can't put a price or a timeline.
See how you trying to craft that lie? Look at the look on his face. You have to watch his facial expressions to know he full of shit. Thank you.
You got it?
Yes.
You can't put a price or a timeline on people's hope. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can't put a price and timeline on it. When the white people was attacking Garvey, black woman stood up and she said, "Why are you worried about our money?
Okay,
we giving this money to Marcus Garvey to build it. It ain't yours."
Right.
They say he ain't getting nothing from the government. Mind your business. If we want to give Garvey the money and he failed, then we
mind your business
about our money. We giving this money to Marcus Garvey to build it. It ain't yours.
Right.
They say he ain't getting nothing from the government. Mind your business. If we want to give Garvey the money and he failed, then we decide if it's an issue.
Yes.
Y'all don't care about us. Why y'all worrying about if it's an issue or not?
Right.
Same thing I say to my haters.
Yeah, it's like, and again, I'm glad I pointed that out so they can, because they stand on.
See, and then what happened? Didn't Marcus Garvey end up buying leaky boats or some shit?
And he knew the motherfucker was leaky, just like Umar knew that school was a piece of shit.
Exactly. He bought something just to say he did something, just like Umar did.
And then when he went back to Africa, who did he take with him other than himself?
The white one.
Exactly. Right. And Frederick Douglass, when his wife died, guess who he married?
Right. Frederick Douglass wasn't never. Frederick Douglass.
I mean, he had kids with his first wife. He never had kids with the second wife. But
look, Frederick
you can't
Douglass
talk about that shit if
black people.
your leaders all did.
He wasn't about hating white folk or not breeding with white folk. Other people put that jacket on him. He didn't put it on himself. But Garvey, that's a different story. Garvey took the bag and ran. Umar took the bag and ran. Yeah, he want to be like Garvey, really, but he want to do it in the name of Frederick Douglass. Leave our greats alone.
on the fact that on October the 20-something, 2020.
Fact of whether this black woman or this black man was with a white man or a white woman. It's the fact of what they did for the black race. Okay?
Right.
If Eli Whitney
Yeah.
invented the cotton gin, would it really matter if he married a white woman? No.
Right.
He invented the cotton gin.
Wait a minute. Eli Whitney was black, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because they was trying to say that a white man invented it. I was like, why would a white
What
man
happened
invent
was
something
Eli Whitney
that
was a slave, or it was right after slavery was ended, and he was working for a white man. And has happened a lot back in those days. Black people couldn't own things. Wait, black people couldn't own things, they couldn't patent things, they couldn't run businesses. So white people,
that's how Thomas Edison got all his shit.
Yep.
But yeah, it didn't make sense to me that a white man would invent something that they didn't really need.
White man, look, all these inventions were brought up because of slavery, because black people got tired of trying to meet
Doing all the work.
No, not even doing all the work, but trying to meet unattainable goals from people that were unreasonable. Look, if your master sit up here and tell you, I want you to get 50 bags of cotton by the end of the day, but it's only humanly possible for a well-fed person to get about 15, you're gonna find a way to get those 50 bags of cotton, because if you don't, you're gonna be starved to death. Now, this is just me throwing out random numbers. This is just a hypothetical.
That's what I'm saying. It don't make sense for them to even want to invent this shit.
Reason. See, white people went out and got other people to do the work for them. When they had people enslaved, the enslaved people found ways to make the work easier. Elevator, invented by a black man. All these uses for internet invented by a black man.
Open heart surgery, GPS, the light bulb, fucking music, period. You seen the music that they invented?
Was white, but the man that found all the uses for peanuts was black. Like I said,
I give credit for. I give credit to white folks for one genre of music, punk rock or heavy metal.
Classical is white people.
Heavy metal. That's what I'm saying. Heavy metal.
Beethoven was black, but we don't know for sure.
Mozart,
a lot of black people
Beethoven.
in white places that in white places back in the day, and we don't know. But
I know, but Little Richard started rock and roll. Him and Chuck Berry, and then they took that over. They gave it to Elvis.
Big Mama Thornton
was started punk rock.
Elvis copied Big Mama Thornton, and there you go. But
Elvis was a fucking PDF file. He had a harem of 13-year-olds with him at all times. But we're gonna go about like 15 more minutes. Yeah, that's fucked up what they did to him.
Before Dr. Umar said that he didn't get up. It's like, bro, the date is wrong, respectfully. Because when you pull it from YouTube videos, bro, there's a level of information in the backdrop that doesn't show on the upload when it really was shot versus when it was uploaded. You know, there's things happening that they're not accounting for, man. It's like,
I never paid much attention to them. The people who gonna be for you, and the ones who not. If you would have told me 12 years ago almost 12 years ago when we took our first donation in St. Louis, April 12, 2014, if you would have said, did you think that your own people would sabotage your GoFundMe for the school, sabotage your Cash App for the school?
2012 is when he says he took his first donation. That was 14 years ago.
Right, but you would have said the same shit, dog. It couldn't nobody tell you shit then, and can't nobody tell you shit now.
It's Up There podcast, and the host is Loon.
sabotage your bank accounts for the school, slander you, vandalize the school. I had people call the utility
Vandalize it.
company and try to get the utilities turned. You follow what I'm saying? This is why I don't answer the questions, Lou,
He just
because
randomly
the questions
called
are
somebody
disingenuous. You know
turned
why?
off.
You don't ask the people sabotaging us why they sabotaging us, but you want to ask me why the school ain't open yet. That's disingenuous. Why am I asking Loon why your podcast ain't up when I know he's sabotaging Loon, he's sabotaging Loon, why don't I go have a conversation with the saboteurs? You see what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah.
If there was no sabotage, that's a different conversation.
Right.
But not only did I have to
Again,
fight the city, I had to
my
fight
main point.
YouTubian
My
struggle
main
streamers,
point I've
fake
been
woke
trying
people.
to
I
say.
mean, I remember one time we
Casting
called the
the
gas company. They
blame
said, somebody, you
on
just called here. I said, no, I
everyone
didn't.
else.
They was
Niggas
using
called
my
the gas
name, bro.
company?
Oh.
Niggas call
So
it
now I got to
gas
use
company.
passwords because these people, they do anything for a couple struggle streams, man.
And that's too much. And that's what I'm saying. To me, that's
and
just.
that's why I said earlier, I shouldn't have to fight them. My people should take care of my haters for me. But we've never.
Fuck out of here. You always got to use passwords to get into your account. Because motherfuckers was putting, you forgot back in the 90s? Everybody, if
Oh,
you grew up in the 90s, I guarantee at least one of your parents had a bill in your name. I got several.
he been taking donations since 2009. Okay, so he shaved 3 years off. So it's 17 years he been taking donations. Oh, scamming bastard. See, this is why I can't with Umar.
Oh, again, she's still going? Trey, she's still going?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't think that's the
Been
smoke
there,
she
look at
wants.
that.
I'm going to keep it thinking.
She
I
wants
don't think
smoke
that's the
right
smoke
now
she wants.
so that she can convert into
Build up
subscribers.
that channel.
They
Right.
use that all publicity is good publicity adage, but that don't work no more.
Look who they been around.
Yeah, they
A
use
nigga that feeds off of it. You go ahead.
That's what I'm saying.
Malcolm was fighting and having to evade for his life.
But I think it's a growing concern, man. Not that it won't happen or it's not happening, but I do think, even with the Joe Buttons and people you may have stood next to, like, it's people that start to say certain things where it's like, yeah,
I don't
hold
pay
on,
it no
man.
mind.
So, but what I'm
Because-
saying
Yeah,
is,
man,
I think you don't.
what I done.
But listen, I don't think you resent it.
No, Seven said he put something towards the goal. I saw it. I appreciate it, bro. I said thank you when I saw it earlier, like a minute or two ago. I don't think you heard me though, but I appreciate it, bro.
Hey man,
I think you diagnose it. And if it's serious and if it's from our people, I think that at some point, bro, the sabotage shit starts to work. Motherfuckers start to actually buy into it and believe it a little. And when you
But that
don't,
ain't just happening. They've been doing that.
Yeah.
They've been believing.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
They've
Okay.
been believing.
And you've been
divine
able to do this in spite of, like
In
yards
spite of.
after
in
the
spite of.
Yeah.
The victory in spite of.
That's
Bro,
all.
they've done everything they could. They tried to get our festivals canceled.
So I never seen none of it.
Flip-flopping
Until the
again.
last couple of years, it felt like
Nah, this has been ongoing. Remember, they sabotaged the GoFundMe in 2015,
right,
bro.
Mr. Judge?
The first year.
See, he giving dates all right. That the GoFundMe was shut down in 2015, which was 11 years ago, and his bank account was shut down shortly thereafter. And he been running off Cash App and PayPal and not PayPal because his PayPal got shut down in like 2013, but Apple Pay and all the other shit. So he gives you a timeline. You just have to know how to pick this shit apart. And
Crazy part is the crazy part is how he flip flops. He goes from being the victim to being the triumphant. When it comes to the struggle streamers, it's their fault that this happened, and oh, woe is me. But because of them, I've been able to progress, and I'm the champion, and I'm the prince of this, and I'm. You see what I'm saying? The flip flopping
I'm gonna
is
feed you the
crazy.
sob story, and then I'm gonna feed you the victory. See
Right. Right. I see exactly how it go.
So now I'm
Yeah,
gonna
the dude is
donate.
a Umar bootlicker.
So now I'm gonna donate to you because you've overcome the black people's struggle. Umar's full of shit.
Fundraising, they got the GoFundMe shut down, man. When I tried to get the St. Paul's College,
we talked about that on our first episode.
They was calling down there sabotaging, bro. I think we underestimate how self-hating black people are.
Not black people.
This FDMG campaign
don't believe in
has really shown me post-traumatic slavery disorder, bro, on another level. And if I'm gonna look at this spiritually, Loon, I can make an argument. Somebody can make an argument.
It's nobody but
that the Almighty
keeping him going.
Kept me from opening this school this long because I needed more education on who I was dealing with when it comes to dealing with black folks.
Yeah.
Because if that school would have opened in 1 year, I think it'd be closed already. I would have trusted too many people and they would have destroyed me from it. Now I know better.
Yeah.
Now I know better.
Yeah, you got intel.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Now,
for people that want to look like they're doing something but don't actually want to do it, they donate to people. And when they don't really care but they want to look like they do, they donate to whoever. And there you have it.
Because if you notice, my conversation isn't for the haters. Mine is for the supporter or the would-be donor or the person believing you that might be just a little
you got
weird.
To show them now. It's time to show now.
Right. And so what I'm saying is when we're communicating, I'm being clear to the haters that this ain't for y'all. This is for the people.
They already know that though. Well, I don't even need to tell them that. Because I done said it so many, you know what I mean? They know I don't talk because I don't respond to them. That's what they really hate. You know what they want me to do? They want me to go on a struggle stream. Oh, ask me whatever you want.
Right, type
The problem they got with me, Loon, is I never made myself accountable to them. They hate it. Why he not answering this? Because you ain't nobody.
Right.
You ain't nobody.
No,
right.
You know what I mean? And
now, if you do have a supporter, young guy or older person out there,
well, make yourself accountable to him.
They wanted to follow your blue.
Why aren't you? Okay, so if it's the struggle streamers that you don't make yourself accountable to, right? Why are you not making yourself accountable to Loon, cockeyed ass? He got blue eyes. One eye blue one way and the other eye blue the other.
Look, he got the ancestors done told him they gonna tell him when to open the school, and now he says that God. So wait, God made the ancestors stop you from opening the school, and they gonna tell you they gonna give you the go ahead. Is that what you're saying? I'm still convinced if he talking to ancestors, it's a catfish. Conceitification. It doesn't.
Print. Or they have questions about the next school. Can you confidently say it won't take 12 years for the next?
I can't because I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what.
But with all the intel and information you got along the way, I would say you should be more efficient in doing this the next time.
Oh, there's mistakes that won't be made because I now know how treacherous. Before this, Loon, you couldn't have told me somebody would take a check.
Right.
For tens of thousands of dollars to do a job, to open for a school for black kids that's being funded by the community, and they black themselves. You couldn't have told me they could take that check and don't finish the job. Do you feel me? And they came highly referred.
Oh, wait.
You feel me? You couldn't have told me that.
Now it's not the struggle streamers. It's somebody
else.
Black contractor then took the money and ran without doing the job.
We didn't watch the shift from the struggle streamers to the bank, back to the struggle streamers, to somebody else, back to the struggle streamers, back to the ancestors.
God.
The blame then got shifted on everybody but him.
Don't forget, y'all be wary of them catfishing ancestors out there, family.
This is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, this was times where I had my gun in my hand, like, yo, I should go blow his mother effing brains out, man. That's the people's money you just stole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had to eat it. It was painful.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I ain't eating nothing. And it's clear. In this industry, they know that boy don't eat. I
His
don't play like I
heart
come
is
from
not.
zero to hero. So I don't play the same games. I don't negotiate with terrorists.
And
Right?
Lou,
I'm
you just
telling
a
you,
dummy.
you mess with my money or you take steal from me, there's a problem to go with that. I'm telling you that. And I'm
It ain't his
sorry.
money.
That's just how I'm wired.
Exactly.
With you in the school though, I think you're in a good spot. I hope the school opens here soon because I think black kids can
National
benefit from
Guild.
the school. I truly, truly, truly believe
I
that
think
black
Loon is
kids
a
can
fucking
benefit
idiot.
from that school, and I send
Well, I
my
mean, there
best
is
wishes
no
to.
if. I mean, the school
And your
done. It's just a
integrity is
matter of what we got to
compromised.
do to get our paperwork. You know what I
Right.
mean? How hardball the city going to play? Hopefully, they just, accept that we.
Paperwork these
I'm
nuts.
gonna put it on a black contractor because I never actually contracted anybody. I never paid
Right.
anybody, and therefore no renovations were done. But I can
We
blame
ain't
it
seen
on
not one
anybody
permit for it.
because I'm gonna tell you that I don't have to show you receipts. Hmm?
Right. Exactly. Who are these
I've
contractors? I
seen
mean,
this.
if you care about the people and you say they stole the people's money, don't the people got a right to know who
To
the
know
fuck
who
they are?
stole it.
You know, makes no sense. And Loon,
Yeah,
your integrity has been totally jeopardized. Like
child support.
this
Oh
is what these
hell.
niggas do for views. But this is a school principal saying he wants to go blow somebody's head off.
Mm-hmm.
A nigga that want to lead a
Here.
bunch of kids. Go ahead, go ahead.
It would be scary if you actually wanted to lead children.
Facts.
And
Give him
let it
his
ride.
permit, let him teach his kids. I don't plan on getting him because I think another issue too with them is they think I want to get involved in the politics because of my popularity.
Right.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
Setting up
no
an
mayor of
alibi.
Wilmington. I won't be no city council president. I don't want nothing y'all got.
Right.
I am
Look,
here
you
for
know
the
he'll
school
end
to
up.
teach.
Wait,
Leave me alone. You ain't got to
Setting up
worry
an
about
alibi.
Umar doesn't want a position in the government because he know he'll end up in jail faster that way.
Right. But he's setting up an alibi for why he's not going to get that certificate. He's setting it up right now, and he already did it before. He's setting it. He's going to keep setting that alibi up. So when he doesn't pass the inspection, which we all expect him not to. See, it was the struggle dreamers, and they think that I was going to be political and this that and the third, and they don't believe in my beliefs. What the fuck that got to do with the business? A struggle
Where they
streamer is
school at?
somebody
Where
that
the
ain't
school?
ain't ain't pulling up millions of views. So if you're not pulling millions of views, you're a struggle streamer.
Ain't
Even
nobody
though
studying.
actual struggle streamer is a nigga that's streaming in his mama's closet,
He up
like
in the
him.
closet.
for nothing. I'm purely here to educate kids. You feel me? Because sometimes people start worrying about that. He coming down here from Philly. What is his true bro? I am not a politician, man. I'm a Pan-Africanist. I can do more for my people in the street
But
than
you
I could
got
ever do in that office. I don't
Polit-
want it. You ain't got to worry about that. Just give me my school and leave me alone.
Marcus
Was
Garvey. What
Charlie
Marcus
Kirk an
Garvey?
enemy to black people?
Hey, Naps.
That
Yeah, well,
he
this is
coming
what we're
down
gonna
here from
stop at.
Philly.
Loon chasing Umar for five. Wait for a minute. 5 years ago, he was visiting Monty Woodgrain's platform to opposition Umar
Proposed
views, admitted use
anti-Umar
of
views.
content. He finally got him. Damn.
He been trying to get Umar on for the
Damn.
views for years. See?
Damn.
This is what they do. This is a true struggle streamer. He been chasing Umar around for 5 or 6 years trying to get an interview.
Only the struggle streamers that ain't the only people that's kissing Umar ass ain't struggle streamers. Even though you got the same amount of views, the same amount of, and you see how many clips, like Trey said, that nigga paid Umar a hefty amount of money because he done broke that motherfucker down into 37 clips before he dropped the full.
I
He
told you
trying to
the
get his
only way
money back.
Umar going somewhere is if he getting paid.
Right.
Gene Lee.
But all right,
That's
y'all. This is where we're gonna stop this at because it's getting loud in here.
okay.
Just stop this right here because it's getting loud in here. If you want to blast her music, it's Friday. She got her little bottle of wine. You all know how y'all ladies is. Y'all little battle line. Y'all want to blast y'all goddamn music.
His original name was Fogfold. Lord have mercy.
Fogfo? Oh, I quit. I can't with these motherfuckers.
It's time to
Anyway,
get out
shout out,
island out and go off.
shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that stopped by. Like we say, we live streamers, y'all who make these lives lit. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Don't forget that we got Mind Chaos Brew coming up next. Trey, I think Trey is coming up too. Money Boy Trey is coming up. Petty Goat, I think he's coming up next too. So look out for those two. I know I don't know specifically what time Pettigoat was coming on, but I do know Mind Chaos Brew is coming on at 12 EST, I think. So that's probably like 11 in some of y'all time. But look out for those two channels. They're continuing the argument. I'll probably be over there. So we gonna get on out of here. See y'all when we see y'all. Until then,
Peace.
peace.